If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
You've got a front row seat for Jaguars football all year long. This is 1010XL, WJXL AM and FM, Jacksonville Beach, home of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Turn on the radio.
In your car, 92.5 FM and 1010 AM.
Would you like to drive for a while?
In your house, at the beach, on your phone, at the gym, on vacation, out of town.
Well, everyone knows that.
Download our free 1010XL app for all smart devices.
Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra is the place to be for the Jags game Sunday at 4 o'clock against the Eagles. E.T. will be out there with prizes and beer specials from Bud Light. So join him for a chance to win Jaguars tickets, plus plenty more at Mr. Chubby's in Ponte Vedra, Sunday at 4.
Now, the Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game. Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville. Drive to the game in luxury with Randy Marion Cadillac of Jacksonville.
The great ones know how to respond when their backs are against the wall. And Trevor Lawrence would have another legendary moment in a teal and black uniform. Thanks to an 8-play sequence capped off by an Evan Ingram 14-yard touchdown, Jacksonville would tie the score at 27 with 1:48 left in regulation. The 87-yard drive is your Randy Marion Cadillac Drive of the Game.
Hey, John, I think everyone in Jacksonville is ready to elevate their ride.
Absolutely. At Randy Marion Cadillac in Jacksonville, we have stunning 2024 Escalades and Lyrics in stock right now.
And the great news is you can get a $4,000 Escalade loyalty rebate.
Don't wait for the 2025 models to come in.
Luxury is just a visit away. Randy Marion Cadillac, Southside Boulevard, Jacksonville.
Not available with some other offers. Must take retail delivery by 10/31/24 plus tax tag title $8.99 admin fee and resist all on approved credit.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Range for our White Tag sales event. Up to 20% off all White Tag firearms all October. With a huge selection of guns, ammo, and gear, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level, they've got what you need to hit your target. If you're a pro or just starting, their friendly experts will guide you at 4630 Planning Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Guns and Range, gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
This is Josh Woolsey with Woolsey Morecambe. When deciding what lawyer to trust with your car accident or injury case, the most reliable way is reviews and results. You want to be treated well, and you want a great result. Woolsey Morecambe's reviews speak for themselves, and I challenge any firm to compare results. We offer the resources of a large law firm and the customer service of a boutique practice. If you want to be treated right and want great results, call Woolsey Morecambe at 1-800-WOOLSEY. Offices, Jacksonville.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Hey, Jacksonville Koozies. It's me, Soccer Sam, for Salvatore's Pizza. Rochester, New York's favorite pizza is now open in Jacksonville, Florida, Tapestry Park at the Loft Hotel Plaza. Daily $10 deals. Dine in with beer and wine. And delivery at salvatores.com. The famous Formoso family brings Salvatore's Pizza, Rochester's favorite pizza, including our 32-piece sheet pizza for your next event. Go with me, baby. Salvatores.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Coogan Nation, time to rise and shine and start your day with Duval Sports Media Big Steppers. Dan Hicken.
You know it!
Jeff Prosser.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
And E to the T.
E.T. is in the booth.
Rise and shine. Guggen's Go Time on a Tuesday morning. It's a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. Ooh, big day, big show, big week, big fun. Florida, Georgia, back in town. You're at the stadium on Sunday. You saw them constructing those bleachers, buddy. They'll pack that place on Saturday, split right down the middle. It really is one of the unique visuals, experiences in sports, and we talk about it, each and every year. We'll talk about it a lot more today as we move toward the countdown to kickoff. Look, I get it if you're on the Florida side and you're trying to grab optimism out of what you've seen, but, it's a 4-3 football team against a powerhouse. Not going to go well. Just for the record, and we can build up some optimism as we lead in. You can find some areas that you can be hopeful. It's certainly not out of the question that the Gators give them a game. And Vandy beat Alabama. Anything can happen, I suppose. But Kirby gets his team ready for this game. Kirby was on the Georgia roster when Spurrier was dotting that helmet year after year after year. Some long memories when it comes to this rivalry. This isn't a 4-3 sandwich game, between two big powerhouse opponents that you somehow overlook. That's just the orange and blue and the Florida Gators over there. Kirby, I have them ready to play. You're not going to catch them down. I don't believe that. So anyway, the Doring Report today. So his memories of that series, a little preview of this week's game, and much more Florida Georgia talk. Good morning, E. How we doing? Have you been down for a Florida Georgia game before?
I have.
Yeah, it's fun.
It's fun. It's too much for me now.
Yeah,
man.
I get it.
There's so many people.
I get it. And I've been to dozens, right? And I'm to the point that, front row at 60-inch HD TV stadium, that looks pretty good to me on Saturday afternoon after all the years of Florida, Georgia. So anyway, that game's coming up. We got a lot to talk about when it comes to that. And Dan and I have some interesting stories when it comes to Florida, Georgia. We got to remind to tell you, E. I don't know if you've heard this story before. I don't know if we told it last year. We drop it in. But the year Hick and I, as part of a TV bit over there at First Coast News, rented an RV and stayed down there in that madness.
Y'all boys did some stuff.
Yeah. How did we get to this premier position in Jacksonville without all of those opportunities? But yeah, Hick and I once rented the RV, went down there and stayed like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We were doing radio at some tin can somewhere in town, doing morning shows. People are knocking on our doors in the middle of the night, in the windows. It was different. It was interesting. But the kicker came when it was time to return the RV. So remind us to tell that story, E. You'll get a kick out of it. We'll get that. I love that chuckle of yours. It makes me happy. It brings joy to my heart. Doesn't matter my mood. I hear that E.T. chuckle. Y'all feel me out there? The E.T. chuckle? Maybe we'll do a little. There was the Icky shuffle. Maybe we'll do a Super Bowl song one year, the E.T. chuckle. That'd be looking back on the Jaguar season with all of the rants and then just some ha-ha-ha-has mixed in there along the way. I don't know how your morning's starting, but it's starting better than old boy I just passed on Southside Boulevard.
Oh, man.
I ain't judging. Okay, I ain't judging. I could worry, but if your day has just started at 5:45 in the morning and, you're standing on an access road wearing only your jean shorts, on your knees with your arms extended, just staring at the sky, yeah, we're not in a great place, right?
Oh, Florida, man.
Oof. Not judging. But, hope your day's off to a better start than that.
The jean short says it all.
Well, man, I don't know, has any clue where he is right now. He might think he's on the surface of the moon. You feel me? Yeah. You can see that look in the middle of the pitch black dark, barely passing someone. Anyway. What else we got? All right, this is a question that my Braves friends ask, and I'll throw it back. And I'll throw it back at you, right? How are you with Freddie Freeman being the World Series MVP for the Dodgers? I'm not going to lie, okay? And I have been honest the whole way. Freddie hit the grand slam to win game one. I kind of a wry smile. It's been 3 years, man. Those wounds have pretty much healed. Great. Good for you. In game two, early, Freddie Freeman, homers again. Yeah, it's getting a little old. Glad you're able to contribute there on that billion-dollar roster. And then last night, first inning, Freddie Freeman, 2-run homer. Freddie Freeman's going to be the MVP of the World Series. He has more home runs and RBIs in this series than the entire Yankees team. Is that a good series? That was a bitter split for me as a Braves fan. Really, really turned from hometown hero to you got to be kidding me, man. Squeezing just a couple more drops of ink out of that dollar, Freddie. Really? Really? You can't just ride it out here, play your last 4 or 5 years, be a lifer? You don't want to be Chipper? You don't want to be that guy? Really, Freddie? Really? Take a net loss when it comes to cost of living and taxes? Really? All right. But got over it. Braves answer with Matt Olson. He's been terrific. He's no Freddie Freeman, but he's close. Maybe a B+ to an A. And in 3 years, we'll be better by then, or still more productive. But yeah, it hurt. It hurt to see a guy homegrown, born and bred, ultimately with a World Series title, your captain, the face of your team, decide, I'm just going to go to the rival for the same money. That hurts. Changes your opinion of someone. It happens in sports. We all know. We've all seen that. We all felt this. Whether it's a star player, or a fan favorite on your roster. And so I was okay with it, but I'm not now. Now I'm not okay with it. Now it is annoying. It's annoying seeing Richie Rich round the bases, $20 bills flying out of his batting gloves, and on his way to being a World Series MVP and a series win. I mean, the only bright side to all this, and I hate the Dodgers. I don't hate Freddie Freeman. I don't necessarily want him to be as successful as he's being this series, but that's the way pro sports work, whatever. It's on the Braves to have stopped that, and they were nowhere near. There's an inherent unfairness to baseball that really drips from the seams of the ball in a World Series like this, and you don't notice it as much, even though you should. When you see the Astros and Braves hook up in a World Series, you're getting high payroll teams. When we saw the Diamondbacks and the Rangers meet up in the World Series last year, they were both top 6, top 7 payrolls. Those aren't small market, look at me. The Cubs, when they won, you tend to make these little underdog stories, but for the most part, baseball is dominated almost exclusively by the top 5 payrolls in baseball. And that Dodgers lineup used to be a little more respectable for me when it would be in large portion homegrown, but it's not anymore. Now it's just outspin any and everybody for whoever you want. And the days of the development, and even recently, much of the Dodgers' great talent on good teams would be homegrown, but it's not anymore. It's Ohtani the Angel and Mookie Betts the Red Sox and Freddie Freeman the Brave. Teoscar Hernandez, the Blue Jay most recently. They still have a couple. You got a Will Smith. You got but even the hero support players, the Kiki Hernandez, the Tommy Edman. Now every team has those. But that lineup at the top, that insanity of just $1 billion worth of salary at the top 3 in your lineup, yeah, you should win, and it's hard to compete with that if they are rolling. But the reason the Dodgers are winning this series is because the Bronx Bombers have become the Bronx Bummers. Can't hit. And that lineup looks feeble, and they're getting some really bad swings from some dudes in that lineup. They can't get a key hit. They do get runners on base. No one knocks them in. The home run bats have disappeared. Aaron Judge can't get going. When they do catch one, it'll be a dive and grab, or it'll be warning track power. So I really thought the Yankees would go home and win a couple in this series, but yeah, no, this series is over. Nobody comes back from 3-0. The only team that did it against the Yankees. So yeah, the Dodgers ended the series last night. Freddie Freeman's going to be the MVP, and no, I'm not okay with it. I don't. It's already the worst of the outcomes for me. Because the Dodgers are winning, and I've told you where they stand in the sports hate pyramid that exists in my brain, at least. Monday Night Football last night, and this is why. Listen, don't ever send me at any time. I don't care what kind of game Trevor Lawrence ever has. Never send me a side-by-side little meme with Daniel Jones and Trevor Lawrence without realizing just how stupid that makes you look. If you were sending something even comically that you think compares, no, last night is what you see in a flailing quarterback. Oof. Danny Dimes, not so much. But that was a flag fest. It was hard to watch. I'll give Tomlin credit. It didn't seem like the right move moving from Justin Fields to Russell Wilson, did he?
No, because he was winning.
Yeah, Fields was winning. Now, the offense wasn't like being crazy productive, but he was winning. Had a couple 300-yard passing games, and it seemed like they were just being polite to Russ and telling us he's not quite ready, but I never thought that he would come back in unless Fields started losing. Well, they put Russell Wilson in that lineup, and the Steelers' offense is functioning better with Wilson than it was with Fields. And don't look now, Steelers are 6-2. One of the best teams in the AFC, looked at now as an almost lock. Of course, in the NFL, buddy, that changes, and we've been a part of that on both sides the last 2 years. We were a team that's no way was going to make it, and then we were a team that was no way going to miss it. Now we're back to a team that feels like no way they're going to make it, and don't worry, we're going inside Doug Peterson's comments when we come back on the other side. But the Steelers win, the Giants lose, 6-2, 2-6. So whatever you think watching the game last night and how you appropriate those teams, what you think the Giants are, understand that the rest of the country looks at our team and thinks the same thing. And certainly NBC and the NFL thought the same thing when they said, Jags, no. Flex. That's a 4 o'clock game, isn't it, E?
It is.
Yeah. So they flex you out of the 8. They at least give you the 4 o'clock. That's perhaps for the fans that were expecting a late night. They'll at least get a late afternoon. But we will jump into the Jags and a trip to Philly coming up this weekend when we come back on the other side. Meanwhile, in the AFC and the playoff races that we'll follow but not be a part of, the Steelers suddenly on top of that AFC North. Ravens lost to Cleveland continues to be surprising. But Steelers are 6-2, Bills are 6-2, Texans are 6-2, Chiefs are 7-0. And if the wild cards were awarded today, the Ravens would get one and the Broncos would get one. That's the story in the AFC. Over in the NFC, the Commanders are 6-2, the Lions are 6-1, the Falcons are 5-3. NFC West has 3 4-4 teams, and then the Rams are 3-4. How about that? Cards, Niners, Seahawks, all 4-4. The Rams are 3-4. Your wild cards in the NFC would be the 6-2 Packers, and right now Eagles and Vikings both 5-2. Ironically, the next 2 teams on the Jaguar schedule. Speaking of, let's get into our teal and black and blue is what they are. Updates on the injury front and more. Definitely going to be turning to some unproven players. This is their chance. I'm talking to you, Parker Washington. That and more when we return. Up and rolling on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. We've got the Doring Report today, so lots of Florida, Georgia insight when it comes to this week's big game. We'll do that coming up in the 7 o'clock hour. Up and rolling. Glad you're with us. You're listening to The Drill on 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. The big stories from the weekend's big games.
They're fans of football.
That's what Postgame Monday is for.
What a game. Amazing.
Brought to you by Daddy Foods, makers of quality fresh sandwiches and home of the good stuff on 1010XL.
Frank Frangie here. There are trucks, and then there's the truck, GMC Sierra, with available features like the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Nimnik Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. This month, save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierra 1500s or enjoy rates as low as 0% APR financing. Head to Nimnik GMC today. GMC, we are professional grade.
If I was to describe this sandwich in one word, I would say magical. Hi, this is Jamor, and the little thing that I love about the Chick-fil-A honey pepper pimento chicken sandwich is that extra oomph. I go back and forth from the spicy filet to the original filet. I get into the sweetness of the honey, then you have the extra kick from the spicy filet. The combination alone takes it over the top. It's award-winning.
The Chick-fil-A Honey Pepper Pimento Chicken Sandwich is back with a bite. Try it with the original or spicy filet, now for a limited time. Real guests paid for their testimonial.
Now, the Hurricane Report. Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
The state champion Miami Hurricanes took down Florida State 36-14 on Saturday night, thanks in large part to a great performance on defense by the Hurricanes. The Canes held Florida State to under 250 total yards. Miami is now 8-0 on the season, Florida State dropping to 1-7. Duke is next for the Canes. The Hurricane Report brought to you by Performance Painting.
They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jax, so we gotta play like the experts we are. Now, who are we?
Road Reach Plumbing!
Now, that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reach Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Baloo here for Smoonez Vision. Why Smoonez Vision? Well, I've been with Dr. Neil Smoonez now since I got back to Jacksonville in 2006. 37 years of experience he has. Smoonez Vision is a family organization that focuses on personal high-quality medical and surgical eye care. Dr. Catherine Smoonez is fellowship-trained in cornea and cataract surgery and all refractive surgery. Combined, that's 30 years plus in laser eye surgery. Visit SmoonezVision.com today. Here you can see.
Oh my goodness. Fishing is more fun when you catch something.
Yeah!
Listen for the Ring Power Fishing Forecast Show with Captain Kevin. Woo-hoo! Brought to you by Veterans Wholesale Cabinets and Awaken 180 Weight Loss.
Thursday nights at 6
on 1010XL AM.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
Are you looking for a place to outfit your truck or van? It's Catlin Truck Accessories. For 105 years and 4 generations, Catlin is the name you can count on. This is Keith Catlin, and we know trucks and vans too, from Lear toppers, ladder racks, van shelving, strobe lighting, rolling lot bed covers, and everything in between. If you want quality product and great customer service, there's only one name. It's Catlin.
Who can you count on? Count on Catlin.
For 105 years, you can count on Catlin.
If your IT, data security, and your office copiers are operating perfectly, you must have hired ABS, Advanced Business Solutions, as your technology partner.
Advanced Business Solutions.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Welcome back. Is it? I don't know if I know this. I should know this. I'm going to go a little Get Smart John on you, E. This is probably wrong. Get the Google machine ready. I'm going to need you to fact check me.
All right.
Send my fanny to Snopes.com. Myth. And Guggen's out there, you tell me. Isn't October 29th the stock market crash date in history? Wasn't that Black Monday or Tuesday or whatever it was back in the day when the stock market crashed and caused the depression? Wasn't that on October? Or am I off on that? Why is October 29th stick? What's that? What's the date? Black whatever it was. I don't remember. Now we put Black Friday for shopping and Black. I don't know which day it was, but the original or the biggie stock market crash back in the early 1900s or early to mid. Here's a good question I got on the text line designed by Lifetime Enclosures. A better question on Freddie Freeman when he becomes a Hall of Famer, does he go with a Braves cap or a Dodgers cap? That's an interesting sideline, although I think he would choose the Braves. I mean, he should go in as a Brave and, signed by him, developed by him, all those years, all those All-Stars, the World Series title, and, here at the end of his career, he's going to tack on some more numbers and at least one more title. So we'll see, but he's still, I think, when all's said and done, and we've stepped away from his career for the 5 years, it'll feel more Braves than Dodgers. I'm not sure if the Hall of Fame decides, but the player. I think the player does.
On October 29th, 1929, Black Tuesday hit Wall Street as investors traded some 16 million shares on New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah. What about that one?
Dang.
Look at he's
nerd.
Nerd. And that's actually Black Tuesday, October 29th. So it's literally the exact anniversary of the stock market crash. What year was it? 1929?
1929.
95 years ago,
Hey, Snapple cap.
That's what I do, man. Bring it, John. See, you better bring your A game tomorrow, Johnny boy. By the way, I have an update. It's not necessarily a good one. My man's still on Southside. We've had some correspondence, some Guggen correspondence out there. I don't know how what kind of day you're off to here, but it's got to be better than my man on Southside still. Prone in nothing but jean shorts. So, anywho, there's that. I kid because I care, and I no judge. There's this. So, Braves fans are still salty about Freeman. Sucks to be a Braves fan. Ha ha. Go Dodgers. Gave a little response. Got to give them what they pay for.
Every time.
Well, I mean, if you're going to lodge an accusation of salt, you want salty? It's awesome to be a Braves fan. Call me when you actually develop a player. Mail order, bride, DNA, and character. Dodgers and their fans. And then I follow with salty enough for you. I got to let them have it a little bit. Anywho, let's see. Yeah, they're giving me the thumbs up. Thumbs up on the Black Monday, October 29, 1929. Maybe that's one reason I remember, because that 29 shows up in there twice. All right, on to our little Jaggies, our little kitty cats. Warm kitties, little bundles of fur, just mewing little milk drinkers. I don't know where I come up with it. Our mewing little milk drinkers go off to Philly this weekend.
He needs some milk.
Yeah, right. Lapping it up with their little tongues, their little teal tongues. Capable of muscling out a win. First things first, let's get to the injuries. And we will start with what we really knew. And that is that Christian Kirk, he gone. It is a broken collarbone. He'll miss the rest of the year. Parker Washington, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, he did some great things yesterday. Player that, has proven that he can do it. So we have a lot of confidence moving forward that he can fill that role, fill that spot.
Well, it's not getting any better. Brian Thomas Jr. looks like they're saying could miss 2 to 4 weeks. Wait, what? He's got a chest rib injury he suffered on Sunday. He's going to have some scans before we get further developments on that. But, Brandon Sheriff went down in that game, suffered a knee injury. I turned to Britt Martin over the press box and said, this dude will go rub some sawdust on it. Guaranteed he's back in the second half. That Brandon Sheriff, buddy. He plays through, doesn't he? I don't know if he has any ligaments or cartilages or anything anymore. So it just stings for a second, apparently. So they avoid catastrophe with Brian Thomas Jr., I guess, but they're going to go on the road probably, likely, without a lot. So we'll keep you updated as we go through the week. Those are kind of the names we're watching as the Jaguars. You don't get a good feeling about this trip to Philly, man. Doesn't feel like a team that's in a very good place at all. And now they got to deal with the most latest disappointment. 2 weeks in a row, you start down 10-0. I said we need a new script writer. I thought the first 10 were scripted. You should be able to really capitalize on what you've seen. Really establish an identity, some momentum moving forward. Do we continue with our momentum from the Patriots game? Nah. Come out and throw it 3 straight times. Doug Peterson, why the slow starts week after week?
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, you look at it. Had a good start, first down. We're, a 6-7 yard completion there on first down to Tank, and then 2 incompletions. I mean, those are just things we got to continue to look at, and it's just that execution part, right? And then as coaches making the decisions and the type of calls that we're making, and just look at it and make sure we're doing the right thing there. But again, it took us into the second quarter against New England to get going, and it took us about to the 14th play of this game, to get us going. So, that's something we've got to look at and really make an emphasis of starting like the way we finish.
Yeah, well, it's week 9, boss. I mean, so pre-snap penalties, defensive illegal procedure, allowing drives to continue. No pass rush, big plays on defense. It can go wrong. It goes wrong, man. What about the defensive side of the ball and the struggles? Coach, what you got? Player error, coaching technique, or scheme? Where are we at?
Yeah, I mean, it's something that as we look at the tape, look at the the personnel. You try to put a finger on it. Is it the scheme? Is it the execution by the players? I would say it's a little of both right now.
This is a fascinating dynamic that we have at work here in Jacksonville, and it's the elephant in the room. No one wants to talk about it. We won't make it a big show every day, but the politics are starting to come in motion here of job saving. They are. They come in the comments. They're subtle, but they're sustained. If a coach is talking about areas, anything other than the coach, then he's a little, I think, it's just me, I think he feels a little shaky. If he talks about nothing but his mistakes, he feels great. And Doug this year hasn't been afraid. And he's right. He's not wrong. Ultimately, he's a part of both those processes. It's not like you're really deflecting. If your coaches have a bad scheme or aren't preparing and performing to their best, and your players aren't either good enough, hint, hint, or playing or performing, that all falls under you, large portions of it at least. But I think that there's going to be a simmering the politics, the business of football here in this second half as this team implodes on the field, the fight for survival in the front office and on the coaching staff, and just the uncomfortableness that brings to a professional sports organization. This isn't a mole. This is being in Jacksonville, knowing as many of the people involved as I do, and covering this league day to day for 30 years. That's what I can almost sense. And from a lot of different ways, from a lot of different standpoints. But part of it is in what Doug says and explains through these press conferences. All right, finally, if we got to find a little bit of drama, I go with Peterson here. You can't, this falls under this, you can't lose your job due to injury. Right? That's the stupidest thing ever, by the way. Mm-hmm. Because if I got a player and he gets injured and the next guy comes in and holy crap, what have I been doing? He's much better. The injured player, sorry, Sam, be ready.
Not Wally Pippish, but yes, Wally Pippish.
I mean, come on, man.
Yeah.
And by the way, who are we talking about here? Cam Robinson? Okay, let's put some addendums. You can't lose your job unless you get kicked out of a game at halftime. You can't lose your job unless you get a 4-game suspension from the league. You can't lose your job unless you're holding out because you're not happy with the franchise tag. You can't lose your job unless, right? So I don't understand an argument to hold a coach's feet to the fire and trying to make personnel moves that make your football team the best seems silly, especially since I think we can all agree the difference in Cam Robinson and Walker Little isn't much. That doesn't seem that way, at least. You agree with that, E?
Yeah, ain't
it
much.
Feels like Boselli tells us that as well. I'm sure one player, and it's probably Cam's a little better than the other. They wouldn't have been started him. But I'm certainly not afraid to, because here's the deal, and here's the reality. We just don't have time as a media. Now, the Jag exclusive media probably a little more time than we do. We don't have time to look at every frame of film and know what the play was supposed to be and how the player performed. We make all our decisions on a holding call or a missed block. 3 or 4 noteworthy plays by offensive linemen. We don't know. Anyway, led a little back and forth yesterday with the left tackle position moving forward. This is D-Rock and Coach P.
Phil told Cam that he wasn't starting. Was there an argument between those two at all or anything? No.
Did you see one?
No. I was told that there might have been some words exchanged, so I wanted to check.
Well, anytime you have a conversation, there's words exchanged.
Angry words exchanged. How about that?
Yeah, no, that'd be news to me.
Yeah, I don't. And by the way, you go with the better player, and you have 2 good ones, and odds are you're going to need one. It's too bad Walker Little couldn't play guard. That would have settled a lot of this. If Walker Little would have had the skill set to step in last year, because we have 2 tackles, and dominant football players, by the way, would easily do that. If Tony Boselli had to play guard for a year, he'd been an all-pro guard, okay? So the fact that he couldn't do that really hurt. And I think when they drafted him, they thought they could. Nice scouting. And so that's where we are. This is what I'm for as the flickering Jag fandom in me gets kissed by the wind. All right? Play the best players and leave them in the game. Also, by the way, just an idea. 3rd and goal from the 14 to have Trayvon Walker and Josh Allen both out of the game makes you look like you don't know what you're doing. And I think that's a fair accusation. At any point it's a very Billy Napier move, man. It really is. You don't expect that at the NFL level. I don't care if you have a doctorate in football, if the combined experience of your staff is 831 years. I'm telling you, if it's 3rd and goal from the 14 and no one's injured, which they aren't, and you don't have either Trayvon Walker or Josh Allen in the game, you don't know what you're doing. You're making a huge mistake. They're the only 2 players we have that have proven they can get to the quarterback. The only 2. And on 3rd and goal from the 14, we ain't got either one of them in the game. You can't make that make sense, so I won't ask you to. Football Fix and more when we return. It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Florida, Georgia in Jacksonville on Saturday afternoon. The Bulldogs are the 16.5-point favorite. The total 52. North Carolina laying 2.5 at Florida State at Doak Campbell Stadium. 50.5 the total in Tallahassee. UCF laying 6.5 against Arizona at FVC Mortgage Stadium. The total 56. Friday at FAU Stadium at South Florida laying 2.5 against Florida Atlantic. 52.5 the total. Jacksonville Jaguars have lost wide receiver Christian Kirk for the season with a broken collarbone. Brian Thomas Jr. day today with a chest contusion. Jaguars plus 7.5 at Philadelphia on Sunday. Cashback for every bet with a G-Bank signature Visa card. VSIN.com/GBank. Mike Sennett, 1010XL.
Are spooky plumbing problems haunting your home this Halloween? Don't be scared. Call Duck Rooter, your ghost-busting plumbing heroes.
Hi there, I'm Brian, your friendly plumber. Is your toilet making ghostly groans, or is your sink dripping like a vampire's fangs?
Don't let plumbing problems give you the heebie-jeebies. Call Duck Rooter at 904-862-6769 and chase those spooky issues away.
Duck Rooter, because even plumbing nightmares deserve a happy ending. Quacktastic service guaranteed.
Listen, you worked hard. If you're fortunate enough to have really nice things, you have to have really nice place to store them. If you've got a car collection or a boat or RV, then you need to discover The Shed in Atlantic Beach. Spots are going fast and available for purchase at The Shed at Atlantic Beach. This is luxury storage, the most premium warehouse space in AB, and perfect for whatever you need it to be. Boat, RV, car collection storage, office space. Shoot, build a man cave, put in a golf simulator, store in it, work in it, play in it. Feels more like an investment than a purchase in booming Atlantic Beach. It's just minutes from beaches and boating. I'm telling you, you need to see this, and you need to see it fast. There is nothing like this in the area, certainly nothing like this in Atlantic Beach. So go to theshedjacks.com. Do it today and set your appointment. And don't miss out on the best luxury storage in Jacksonville.
Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here. And guys, the countdown is over. I didn't just hit the 100-pound mark. I blew past it thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. 107 pounds gone just like that. More weight than a quarter keg of beer. Speaking of beer, here's where it gets fun. We're throwing a big celebration at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach. Yeah, you heard that right. A weight loss party at Mr. Chubby's. The irony's juicier than their wings, but here's the thing. I can celebrate at Mr. Chubby's and still keep the pounds off. If you didn't know, yes, wings are still on the menu while losing weight with Awaken 180 weight loss. Join me in 1010XL on November 9th for the Florida and Texas game, and you could win a spot at my table. Food is included. There'll be ticket giveaways and more for the celebration. If I can shed a whole Mr. Chubby and still throw a party at one, what's holding you back? Call Awaken 180, 844-346-1800, or hit up awaken180weightloss.com, and let's get it done.
Are you 18 years or older, just got married, just got divorced, or have children? Listen up. Have you done your last will and estate planning? If you have questions, call Matt Hinson with the Hinson Law Firm. Reach him at 527-1700, offices Jacksonville, Florida, and don't let the state decide your fate.
Mark Watson here to tell you a little bit about hardballcreative.com. It's your online promo haven with thousands of ideas on how to promote your company. We're open 24/7, 365.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all. Spend lunchtime with the ladies.
Hey, where's your sense of adventure?
They don't cook, but they serve up spicy sports talk.
Sure, it's on the menu.
Helmets and heels.
That is a meal.
Switched on by First Coast Lighting and Fans on 1010XL.
SportsForecaster.com has all the data you need to project tomorrow's winners. Register for free and track the performance of all your favorite players and teams, including all your fantasy team picks and prospects. Sports Forecaster has the most detailed player profiles on the web, precise depth charts, every transaction, every injury, every news update. No ranting or raving, no preening or barstool bluster. At SportsForecaster.com, you get the timely info you need for every game. SportsForecaster.com. Sign up for free today.
Blue here for the Blue Crab House, located right off of San Jose. It's on Jewington Creek Road. They've been around since 1996. Indoor-outdoor dining. Also, takeout is available at the Blue Crab House. Open 4:30 to 9, Tuesday through Saturday. Sunday, noon until 9. Remember, Tuesday, $2 margaritas. Wednesday, $1 oyster night. How about the blue crabs? How about my personal favorite, the Canadian snow crabs? Whatever it is that you fancy, you get it right there. The Blue Crab House.
Elbow pain, whether acute or chronic, can make it difficult to do normal activities like playing sports, doing household chores, or even sleeping comfortably. Dr. George Barry here, and no one wants to deal with pain without solutions on how to feel better. We've all heard of tennis and golfer's elbow, but there's plenty more that can cause pain, like osteoarthritis, muscle tears, and nerve entrapment. All are treatable at Barry Orthopedics. Getting you back to full health is our mission, and there's a number of different treatment options we can offer. Call us today or visit BarryOrthopedics.com.
There are three certainties in life: death, taxes, and if you stay in your home long enough, a new roof. Hicken here for our friends at Lockhart Roofing. Nobody better in Jacksonville. How do I know? They are a local certified Master Elite contractor, and that means they have a GAF Master Elite warranty. That's the best in the roofing industry. In this day and age, don't settle for cheaper discount roofers. Lockhart Roofing has been here for decades. They aren't going anywhere. Call my friends at Lockhart Roofing, 994-3851. That's 994-3851. Lockhart Roofing, Jacksonville's best for Jacksonville people.
Jags fans, looking for the perfect activity around the holidays? We've got you covered with the inaugural Teal Trot 5K. The race takes place outside Everbank Stadium, Saturday, December 21st. We can't wait to see you there. Your registration includes the 5K, a throwback Jaguars headband, and a ticket to the December 29th game against the Titans. Visit jaguars.com/Teal Trot to sign up today.
Meet Cheryl. Hey. She's on vacation and lost in the moment. Unfortunately, so is her Chase debit card.
It's gotta be somewhere.
Maybe she lost it at salsa night.
These skirts should have pockets.
Or maybe she lost it at Pilates.
3 and 2 and...
But she's not worried. With the Chase mobile app, she can lock her card till it turns up. Tools that help protect. One bank that puts you in control. Visit chase.com/checking. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank, N.A. member FDIC.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson continues to try and figure out the team's slow start.
It took us into the second quarter against New England to get going, and it took us about to the 14th play of this game, starting like the way we finish. That would be ideal.
Former Jag and NFL Network reporter Bucky Brooks sees the Jag issues as mostly self-inflicted.
Same story, different game. It appears that, man, we just cannot get out of our own way, and it's frustrating because the
team is much better than the record would indicate.
The Jaguars are monitoring the health of rookie standout Brian Thomas Jr. heading into their matchup versus Philadelphia. Thomas is tied for 6th in the NFL in receiving yards and 4th with 5 touchdowns. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Little lover boy. I'd get Loverboy, and I miss Led Zeppelin. It probably doesn't speak real good about me. I'll leave it at that.
I'd probably get Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
Definitely wouldn't get Loverboy.
Yeah, Loverboy's like right in that wheelhouse of like late high school, early college for me. A couple in a row. We're all working for the weekend. We'll be going hard here in Jacksonville, FLA, with the world's largest outdoor cocktail party. Going to talk to Chris Doring coming up here in about a half hour. Some insight into this year's game, certainly some memories of these battles between Florida and Georgia through the years. We got kind of a star in bloom just down the road here, E. The Patrick Mahomes of the Orlando Magic, Paolo Banchero.
Man.
Boy's playing now.
Buddy went crazy in the first half.
Yeah, 37. That's a Magic record. Now, E, I was kind of thinking here, did the Magic have Shaquille O'Neal?
We did.
Yeah. Magic had some good players is the point.
Stars.
37 in the first half is an all-time record.
Magic, they had superstars.
Did you watch the Magic documentary? There's a Magic doc. I don't remember where I saw it. I don't know if I saw it on ESPN Plus or Netflix, but they did that era of basketball there with Shaq and Nick Anderson missing those free throws.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, Banchero had the best night of his career, 37 in the first, 50 overall against the Pacers. It's the 5th highest scoring effort in Magic history. Orlando ended up winning 119-115. Magic made the playoffs last year, didn't they?
Yeah, it just hit me. You said Patrick Mahomes. That was the commentary.
Yeah, remember? Yeah. There it is. Do the ET chuckle. Yeah, y'all don't remember that? I'm sorry. Sometimes I should drop in some context. There was a Formula One race a couple of years ago. Paolo Banchero had just been the number 1 pick in the NBA draft, so it was down in Miami, South Beach, wherever they run that thing.
Uh-huh.
The place where they have like $700 corn dogs.
Yeah.
So anyway, Banchero's down there on pit road. You know, it's a big celebrity fest there before they start their engines. And that some BBC reporter spots Banchero and he thinks he's Patrick Mahomes. He proceeds to interview him as Patrick Mahomes. Didn't Banchero just play along and answer as Patrick Mahomes?
He
and then at the end he told him, yo, I ain't Patrick Mahomes. And that's pretty big, but goes to show you what a big boy Patrick Mahomes is. This is the number 1 pick in the NBA draft. Don't nobody know who he is.
Oh, dear.
He was the Rookie of the Year 2 years ago, an All-Star last year. Also, 13 rebounds, 9 assists. When you go 50, 13, and 9.
What a night.
Yeah, we're reaching to like a next level, superstar level, in fact. So, good for him. This is not a good look for Anthony Richardson, and I would assume that his teammates are going to come to his back. But after a couple of just razzle-dazzle scramble plays where Richardson, probably ran about 200 yards total back and forth across the field, he patted himself on the helmet like he's a running back and exited the game.
That's not a good look, man.
You can do it at every position on the field except for quarterback.
Yes.
You'd have been better off going down and saying you had a cramp.
Take a knee.
This isn't practice, son. It's not the blue and white game where we invite the fans out in April. This is the National Football League. We're playing the division leaders. I'm tired isn't an option. Not a good look.
Such a bad look.
Colts center Ryan Kelly's seen just about everything in his 9 years in the league, but watching Richardson take himself out for a play was a new one. We had a conversation about it. I think he knows it's not the standard that he needs to play up to and the rest of the team holds him to. I'll leave the conversation that we had at that. That's pretty clear. That's pretty emphatic to just the media on what they must have said. What the heck, bro? No. You're tired? You see these fat asses next to me on the offensive line? You know who's busting their A, pushing around a 300-pounder every snap, and you're tired? I'm sure he's going to take some criticism for that. Rightfully so, Kelly said. It's a tough look. But he's out there giving his all for the team. It's not always pretty. If anyone ever questions how hard he plays, I don't think that's the case. If you watch his film, surely we didn't move the ball effectively at times, but he's giving everything for his teammates. Richardson, if you missed it, did the old tap the head signal for the sideline that he needed a sub after scrambling around for no gain on a 2nd and goal from the 23-yard line. On 3rd down, he was on the sidelines catching his breath. Handed off to Taylor, settled for a field goal. Yeah. No, never, ever, ever. By the way, you know what you're going to do? You're probably just going to hand it off anyway because we've watched you start 2 for 13 and go 11 for 32. You can't throw. Fire the band. We got a football fix. Brought to you by Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Not insurance, assurance. Your assurance agent. Give yourself time for a quick powwow with Mandy. Get your insurance needs all buttoned up. Life comes at you fast, man. Your needs change. Could be money out there that you are failing to save. Then there's my friends at the home course, Jointed Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly. The best deal in golf. Russ shows a little less rust. Already with a win last week in his return. Last night, the Steelers win 26-18. You know what I want to see here? Here's what I need to see. I got to go to the box score here. Excuse me, gang. I'm sorry. I got to go to the box score. I got to know what the penalties were in the game. I was switching to the boring A baseball where the Bronx Bummers couldn't hit a Little League pitcher. But every time I put it on the Steelers game, I promise you, there was a flag. What do we got on penalties? The Giants had 11 penalties, E. Steelers had 5 for 50. 16 penalties. The Giants were down 26-18. Twice got the ball in the last 6 minutes, and twice Daniel Jones turned it over. Steelers win 26-18, and Pittsburgh is 6-2. Only Kansas City has a better record in the AFC. All right. We told you yesterday in the 9 o'clock nasty about Trevon Diggs' confrontation with a TV reporter after they lost to the San Francisco 49ers. He basically asked him how he liked D's. There was video. I'm going to do it. Earmuffs, you got a little one in if this is too much for you. The post showed Diggs. The post showed video of Diggs tracking after 49ers tight end George Kittle on a catch in which he eventually shoved Kittle out of bounds. The tweet appeared to question Diggs' efforts. That's what you took from that, Diggs said? Out of the whole play, that's what you took from that? You don't know football. You can't do nothing that I do. You can't go out there and do nothing. Stay in your lane, buddy. Stop trying me, dog. He now says he let the emotions get the best of him. But there's a famous D's legumes.
I got it.
In there somewhere. You got the what? What I said?
What Dan said.
Yeah. Oh, you have it? The hell with it. Run it.
Talk about D's nuts.
There you go. That's what Trayvon said he wanted. Ask the reporter if you want to talk about. What you want? You want to talk about? What do they want to talk about, Hick?
Talk about D's nuts.
Legumes, I prefer. The Bears cornerback says the Hail Mary lapse won't happen again. Here's what I got to say about that. Tyreek Stevenson, you're right. It'll never happen again. You're never going to play another game where you've got a lead and the other team has the ball at the 48-yard line and you allow them to score because those plays happen like once every 5 years. So, yeah, big prediction there. Big one. No significant damage for Jordan Love, so Packers hopeful to get him back right away. There have been rumors that things weren't progressing for Christian McCaffrey as he tries to recover from Achilles tendonitis. He's missed the first 8 games and tanked your fantasy squad. And there were some rumors that he would go on IR and be lost for the year, but the Niners respond, say there are no setbacks and that he is still, quote, on track. And then this is where we're at. God forbid we teach our kids to get in front of the television and watch grown men knock the snot out of each other. Nah, we got to gimmick it up for them, I suppose. Did you see what they're going to do for the Cowboys-Bengals on December 9th?
What are they doing?
Might be fitting for the Cowboys, where I bet you their fans say about 28 times during every quarter, "Don't!" Yeah. The Monday Night Football game, December 9th, is also going to serve as a premiere of The Simpsons Fun Day Football, an animated game transformed in real time into the Simpsons world. That's right. Available on Disney+, ESPN+, and NFL+. Using Sony's Beyond Sports technology, Simpsons creators have come up with the feel of the ESPN broadcast using their characters from what is now the longest-running primetime scripted series. Homer Simpson will be aligned with the Cowboys, now 3-4, while Bart Simpson will be with the Bengals. For most of the game, father and son will let their new Cowboys and Bengals teammates manage the action, but they will also select key opportunities to play on offense or defense. Congratulations, Jake Ferguson. You're Homer Simpson this play. That's a football fix. I'm sorry. We're back with more next. Thank you to Allstate agent Mandy Bowers and the home course, Jonesy Creek Golf Club. Hicken Arrival and more come your way next here on The Drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Who brought the house to their feet?
Listen to this place.
Universal Roofing Contracting presents the offensive player of the game.
Wide open and just what they needed.
Experience the universal difference on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Can you believe they've been cleaning carpets in Jacksonville now for 20 years? Dave Benyon, his family and staff are so grateful of things and appreciate you, their great customers. In fact, October's birthday month for Zero Res. So what are we doing for customers? Just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and we'll give you $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, tile, and grout, upholstery, or area rugs. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
I'm with Greg from Cycles of Jacksonville, and now that you have Honda boats on the showroom floor, tell them about the big boat sale.
We are excited. We got a big sale, 11th through 13th. You want to come on down, see us in person. Some of our boats are going to be up to $30,000 off.
Up to $30,000 off?
$30,000 in savings. It's a big sale event.
So they can start shopping online at cyclesofjacksonville.com. The size of the boats?
Anywhere from 19 to 24 foot, all with legendary Honda outboards.
Honda and Coach, check them both out on Atlantic near Regency. Cycles of Jacksonville.
Divorce, menonly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to divorcemenonly.com. Divorcemenonly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
The flagship station of the Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Get this thing unwrapped here.
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, man. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. Johns County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Dailies Dash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Dailies Dash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course,
oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it!" and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Dash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Dash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
The Sunshine State says it all in the nickname. That summer sun in Florida can take its toll on an air conditioning unit and send your electric bill through the roof. Florida Home AC can help you handle the heat with a brand new AC unit with low monthly payments and over $3,000 in federal tax credits on select systems. So this summer, don't sweat it out. Cool off with Florida Home AC, the official AC company of the Jaguars. Call them today, 777-4300, and check out their tremendous savings on a brand new AC system.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
Attention men and women. If you would like to get your hair back, then you need to listen to some of our clients. John in Orange Park.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Call IHRS now at 904-777-IHRS. Find out how to grow your hair back with a free hair and scalp examination. Mike from Bay Meadows.
I finally found the most experienced company who could restore my hair. Now I have hair where I had none before.
Results guaranteed. Diane from Ponte Vedra.
Now I have what lotions couldn't give me. Thick, beautiful hair.
Find out why you're losing your hair and how to grow your hair back. Call 904-777-IHRS for a limited time free hair and scalp examination.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
Thank you, IHRS.
Thanks, IHRS, for giving me my hair back.
Hurry and receive a free hair and scalp examination and get 2 weeks of laser treatments for free. Call IHRS at 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. HairForMe.com.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Prize Picks. It's Florida Georgia Week, and the Dogs are ranked number 2 in the country and present a big challenge for the Gators and head coach Billy Napier.
The entirety of the team and just a multitude of skilled players at every position. Defensively, they have an identity, and it starts with the personnel, the height, lengths.
Florida freshman quarterback DJ Lagway has certainly made an impression on Georgia head coach Kirby Smart.
First off, his tremendous talent. He can make all the throws. He's got a couple, really wow throws. He's ahead of his time in terms of his pocket. A lot of freshmen abort the pocket and run out of it.
During his recap of the loss to Miami, FSU head coach Mike Norvell remarked on the need to step up and avoid errors in rivalry games.
You got to make those plays in a rivalry game. The penalties, really put us in more challenging situations.
At your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently it's 7:02 and it's 65 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
Super Tuesday! Next week, America. 1 week away in America. It's like the old, even a dead clock's right twice a day.
Yeah.
Here we go. It's time to vote. Next week. Although you can probably vote today. They're early voting.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So a lot of people are doing that. I should probably do that. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, I
don't know what to vote for. I got to do a little studying. A little study up a little bit.
On the amendments.
Yeah, I mean, they're so. Do they do it on purpose? Do they not know how dumb we are? Why do they make them so confusing?
Hey, Dan, do that dance again. All right. I'm going to remember that one.
He's rocking. Yeah.
You can borrow my moves.
That's a staple right there.
You can run with that.
Yeah. I should have just done a little wedding video. You could have got them all in one sitting. Pieced them together.
That was great.
Did you dance a lot at the wedding?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did. I danced some.
All night.
You turned out, Dan?
Oh, Dan loves to dance.
That was fun.
And sing. He loves to do, but he's not real great at either, but he loves to do both, and his joy in doing both brings joy to those around him.
Oh.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
It bothers me now, by the way. I've been honest the whole time and genuine. Freddie hit the grand slam. Oh, that's interesting. That's nice. Then he hit the second one. It's not really bothering me. But now I'm sick of the Freddie. And now I'm just sick. He's going to be the MVP, and he's going to get all this, and then and I can't help it. And I know the game, and I know how it works. But watching the Dodgers send up $1 trillion in salary in the first 3 or 4 just doesn't sit well, man. It's impossible to defeat.
I asked another Braves fan yesterday about Freddie.
Yeah.
Because I was curious.
Okay.
Because I know you hate him. And I was like,
I play that up. I hated him when he left.
I was like, what do you?
A bait.
He goes, I love Freddie.
Yeah.
I go, why? He goes, great Brave. They could have paid him.
Yeah.
They didn't pay him.
Well, they did. That's not right. That's the part and people knew that, and that's fine. You know what? I'm not going to be. I don't hate Freddie Freeman. I'm not happy seeing him do this. I don't feel like, oh, great. Like sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Like if you have a guy who leaves, it's not his fault. You continue to root for him. Oh, that's great. I'm glad like if Brunell had won a Super Bowl for the Redskins.
Well, for me as a kid, I always rooted for Tom. Terrific. I mean.
So he went to the Reds. You pulled for him?
Heck yeah.
Okay, well there you go.
But because the Mets.
Yeah, they screwed
dirty.
him. Yeah. See, the Braves didn't do Freeman dirty. They were practical and pragmatic. That was fine. And
they were practical and pragmatic. They didn't do him dirty, but they could have paid him.
Well,
you said that's not right, but in the end, and remember this too, Jeff. They let him get to just like with Pete, just like with the polar bear. That's a good.
I get
polar bear is a good one. How I feel to polar bear.
How they managed it. Yeah.
Because the Mets could have signed him, and I'll say what the Mets made him an offer last year. He didn't take it. And so I suspect, me personally, someone is going to give him a big fatty offer.
What happened.
And he'll have to take less to play for the Mets.
What happened with Freddie at the end of the day is this. His wife made that decision.
Mm-hmm.
She wanted to go to Southern California. In a perfect world with no other distractions or, elements, he would have stayed in Atlanta. But at the end of the day, and I don't know if you sell it this way, there's some ego involved, but when you put in the taxes and cost of living, Freddie Freeman, I've seen the chart, what the final deals were, takes home less money in L.A. than he would have in Atlanta.
There you go.
If somebody properly explained that.
Anyway, I was listening to...
It's the MVP, right? There is no other. It's impossible for anyone else to win it.
Yeah.
At one point yesterday...
If they win tonight, he would be the MVP, even if he does nothing tonight.
When he homered in the first inning yesterday, at that point, he had more home runs and RBIs than the entire Yankees team in the series.
Oh, yeah.
What do you think about that?
Yeah. 1-4, yeah.
And here's why I've also lost a little... My distaste for the Dodgers grows and my kind of bitterness toward that... The MVP, $300 million, $500 million, $700 million contracts.
Yeah.
Part of the reason it annoys me is the Dodgers have always done that to a degree, but the Dodgers, to their credit, were great at developing. They had eras where they were all homegrown dudes.
Right.
MVP level players, the Bellingers and the Matt Kemps, and I can't even keep them all.
You go back to Lopes and Say Garvey and Russell.
Right. But this team... I mean, really, you got those three, Teoscar Hernandez, even the players, Kiki Hernandez, Tommy Edman. I mean, what do they got? They got, like, Lux and Will Smith. Is that it?
Yeah.
For homegrown?
A lot of arms. A lot
of the arms, but not the
guys.
2 of the 3 that just threw. Yamamoto, they outspent and got from Japan, and Flaherty was a trade.
Yeah.
Don't pay him a ton, but...
Murph, one thing Murph has taught us, and the Dodgers did it well this year, and you can't judge it till the end of the year, and it helped the Mets too, but the Dodgers get the A+ grade is you have 2 like buildings of your team. You build your team, and then you do it again at the deadline. And what you do at the deadline is important. I don't know that they will be where they are without Flaherty, Edman, those 2 guys they brought in. Edman was the NLCS MVP.
Probably a reliever or 2 in there that.
I'll just say one more quick baseball note, seeing you brought it up. And for us, this is how I think. In '88, we were better than them, and they beat us with John T-Bone Shelby and Mike Scioscia, and we lost the NLCS to them, and it cost us a world championship because they went and swept the A's. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking they're better than us this time, but if we could have got him, I think we would have won too. I think a bunch of National League teams.
I was telling you that in the break. What I'm taking from this, the Bronx Bummers. What a fraud you jokers have ended up being.
Yeah.
What I'm taking from the Bronx Bummers is that the American League sucks, Dan. Mm-hmm. And I'm with you. I think the Mets, Dodgers, Phillies, Padres, Braves with a healthy Chris Sale could all beat the Yankees in a series. So I think over the overwhelming take for me is the AL is way under the National League this year.
Well, and that's unfortunate.
It changes quick.
I know.
I mean, the Rangers won the World Series last year. The Astros the year before.
And then the bigger picture for us is, this is a team that we're going to have to deal with for the next few years.
For sure.
And they're just going to keep adding.
Yeah, well, they'll get injured too, though.
Yeah, I know.
Whatever.
I know,
I'm not afraid. Listen, you almost beat him. You didn't. You could have beat him.
6, yeah.
I had this on one question, too, because I started the show. All right, Braves fan. And I have what I think is the answer. But first question is, does the player choose the hat or is the hall?
I think the player does. But I'm not positive.
Somebody on the text line thought the hall did, and I'm not positive either, so you don't know either. I'll look it up.
I'm trying to think. Gary Carter was it?
He went in as an expo.
Did he?
Yeah. So I don't know if that was his choice. I think sometimes when they go on to success, they go back to their original squad. It's kind of like, hey, forgive me. He's probably a Padre.
I don't know. That's a good question, and we can look that up.
So anyway, I think 5 years removed with everything settled, that Freeman would choose to go in as a Brave. Don't you?
Ooh, I don't know. He's an LA guy, though, right?
I know, but there is a love for Atlanta. The dude went back to Atlanta and cried at the press conference. I do think he felt guilty for leaving the team and the fans. I do. I'll give him credit for that.
Yeah.
I think he would choose to go in as a Brave. Now, if he chooses to go in as a Dodger, I literally am going to send him spam emails for the rest of his life.
All right, so
what did Clemens go in? Oh, wait. What's Bond? Oh, wait.
Hold on, they're doing a story here on.
Like Bonds would have to go as
cap decision is made by the Hall of Fame senior staff and research team.
So they do it.
Yep.
They'll put Freeman in a Brave. 100%. That's how, you know what? Good for them. They should. Winfield should be a Padre. Gary Carter should be an Expo.
Yeah.
I mean, he had great moments for those teams.
Yeah.
Just like, although I'll give you one. What's Maddox? What did he go in as?
I don't know. See,
but he's in.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I guess in the end, though, does it matter? Because we don't know what they even went in as.
Well, in some cases you don't. You just have. And by the way, when a guy like Maddox is unique because he felt like it was like half and half.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's three-quarter if it's a Hall of Fame player. Because Hall of Fame players don't change teams because people keep them.
But my point is, I guess it really doesn't matter
No,
because none of us know.
It matters in the moment. You're right. And historically, maybe not. But when the Freddie Freeman will be a talker if they chose.
It was it was neither for Maddox.
Well, so he just a blank cap.
Won't have a logo on his Hall of Fame cap.
Well, that's that. Hey, Hall of Fame committee, way to chicken out.
Yeah.
I'm okay with either one, but put him as a Cub or a Brave. He's a Brave, dude. The dude won like 4 straight Cys. You know that? You remember that with Maddox? I'm pretty sure he won 4 straight Cy Young.
I don't think he won 4. Clemens won like 3, and that was...
Yeah, Clemens in the other league, bro.
Maybe he did.
I don't know. Let's see.
Anyway, I was as we searched for theories as to why the Jags are 2-6, I heard one, and I thought it was interesting. And I don't know that I don't think I agree with it, but I just heard it, and I haven't really divulged or let it simmer. But I'll throw it out there.
92 to 1995, he won the Cy Young 4 years in a row.
4 or 5, wow. That's incredible.
He won 17 games, 15 games, 17 straight years.
That I knew. So one of the cap guys came out and said, look, the Jags are poorly constructed. So this goes back to the front office. And so for a guy like me who kind of blames the front office for a lot of this, although there's certainly enough blame to go around. Everybody.
Given what he's got, he's not cooking up the right meals either. Doug Peterson is not having a good year coaching this football team, but from the psychological or the execution side.
But the point that the guy was making was they gave good players great contracts.
Yeah, I don't get it.
And you can't do that.
No.
Now, my comeback would be, well, what are you supposed to do? You don't have... I mean, what have I said for years? Every year when the top 100, what don't we have on the Jags? Every year I say
stars.
Yeah, we ain't got no dogs.
Right.
We ain't got no superstars.
Yeah. Where are the stars? Where are the superstars? So we've been saying this for a long time. Like I said, I don't know if this is right or not. This is just one man's opinion. So he brought Tyson Campbell, good corner, great contract. Trevor Lawrence, right now, good quarterback, great contract. Josh Hines Allen. Good player. Great contract. Christian Kirk.
Contract for who?
Huh?
For them.
What
not
you're
for the player.
Yeah, what you're paying them is too much.
Right. So, but and the productivity that we're getting is not worth it. So technically, it's a good contract for the player.
I think you got to, in this particular case,
great great contracts for the player.
You really have to. I think in this particular case, you got to include all the positions but the quarterback position. And this isn't a Trevor argument. This would be in any case. Those guys are always going to make too much. And Trevor is going to outperform his contract. At the end of the day, he's going to be the 10th highest paid quarterback and the 8th best.
Well, we hope
his will match.
We hope so.
Well, by some stats, he is 10. But I don't know where the salary is still.
Josh Hines Allen. What were you supposed to do with him? Like, you're not going to pay him? Were you going to let him walk?
Right, had no choice.
I mean, now, so many of us, I can think back and career year, contract year, 17 and a half, more like, so it's just, they were in a tough spot, but sometimes you got to make tough decisions. I think you absolutely had to sign Josh Allen. He's your best defensive player the last few years. However, I also understand the thought process. Why are we giving all these contracts out? Well, because then the argument around here for a long time was, at some point, you got to start paying your players. He's had 2 double-digit sack seasons in his career. His rookie year, he got 10.5, and then he went 2.5, 7.5, 7. So 3 years he had.
But now the 2.5, was that an injury year?
Yeah, he played half the season. But half the season, Jeff.
I got you.
Just like this year, 3 sacks. He's going back to 7.5 sack type year. And so it's a tough spot. But I don't know what you were supposed to do with that one. But that's where you're at. All right, real quick, let's get the Dreamfinders Homes poll question of the day. We got Chris Doring on deck. Brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, the PGA Tour. Jeff, which 2-win AFC team will finish with the most W's this season?
Which 2-win AFC team?
Mm-hmm. Jets.
I'm not looking at
Jags,
schedules.
Jets, Browns, Raiders. Jags, Jets, Browns, Raiders. 2 wins.
I thought you were going to throw Dolphins in there, but I assume
I didn't because they're 2-5. So
okay.
These are all 2-6ers.
All right, I would say of those 16, this is a battle of attrition. I would say the Jags only because the schedule gets easier down the stretch.
Yeah.
These teams look like they're headed for 4 or 5. The Jags might get to 6.
You said Jags?
Jags might get. I think the Jags
will have the most wins of those 2.
I do, only because of the inferior list you gave me, not because.
What about you, E? Jags, Jets, Browns, Raiders.
I got to go with the Jets, man.
Jets?
Yeah.
Wow, okay. All right, good.
Jets just lost to the Patriots. That's not the Bills or the Dolphins. The good teams are going to play in their division.
Here's the leader, the Browns. Maybe it's recency bias because they won with Jameis, but.
They have talent, and Chubb's coming back. I guess I could see that. They got that tough division, though, boy.
Yeah, they got 40.4%. Jags got 31. Jets got 16.9. Raiders got 11.6. 350 votes at Dan Hicken social media. We got a couple hours left if you'd like to vote. It's brought to you by Dreamfinders Homes. 2.9%, 99% year one interest rate, 15 locations. Listen, just if you want to be a first-time homeowner, go to dreamfindershomes.com. They'll help you navigate. Tell them Dreamfinders Danny sent you.
Let's talk Florida, Georgia with a man who's experienced the rivalry from all kinds of angles. The Doring Report is next. Like Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
This is your Duval Minute. Brought to you by Lift Power, your turnkey solution for all warehouse needs.
All right, so interesting time for the Jags. We know Christian Kirk ain't playing, okay? So who's going to step up? Brian Thomas Jr. got some good news yesterday. Looks like he's going to be okay. It's not a major injury. He might miss a week. I don't know. We'll know more on Wednesday. But it looks like we know Christian Kirk is out. So Parker Washington, Gabe Davis, by the way, also injured. Parker Washington will have to step up. But then do you bring up a guy from the practice squad? What do you do if you're the Jags? A lot of 2 tight ends. Bretton Strange had the most catches of anybody on Sunday, so that's certainly something else to look for. He had 5 receptions. But it's Parker Washington and Bretton Strange. You're going to have to pick up the slack here going forward for the Jaguars' air attack. That's your Duval Minute, brought to you by our friends at Lift Power. Always on the lookout for experienced lift truck and dock and door technicians in the Jacksonville area. The benefits are incredible. 401k, company vehicle, paid training, sign-on bonus. You heard me right. Offers way too good to pass up. Go see why Lift Power has been voted one of the best places to work for the past several years. It's a rapidly growing business, proudly serving the Jacksonville area for more than 50 years. Man, they are a great company. Family-owned and operated, and they want you to be part of that family. Don't let the opportunity slip by. It's up to you. Learn more we can take you to the water. You got to drink it at liftpower.com. That's liftpower.com.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Players spend a lifetime building their bodies into finely tuned muscle machines.
Obviously, you want your star wide receiver to be in top physical and emotional condition.
Listen for the personal injury attorneys Farah and Farah Injury Update. Jacksonville on 1010XL.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
All right, sports fans, Hicken here. Let's talk about our skin. Beaches Dermatology, Doctors Boudreaux, Doctors Metz, Dr. Fader done the Mohs surgery, man. They are a terrific bunch of docs who look out for the best of you, and they are helped out by a wonderful staff. Man, they're good folks over there. Appreciate all of them. Been going there for a long, long time, and they take great care of my skin. I've had a few procedures done throughout the years. You got to protect your skin in the Florida sun, man. It's a sunshine state for a reason. Sunshine's great, but wear those floppy hats. Wear those long-sleeve dry fits. Put on that sunscreen. Protect yourself. By the way, if something should pop up on your skin, don't wait. Go get it checked out. It's real easy at Beaches Dermatology. All you got to do is go online at beachesdermatology.com. That's beachesdermatology.com.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
David Lane here, and once again, I'm happy to share news of my successful back and knee surgeries at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. Whatever it is that's bothering you, take it from me. Simply set an appointment today at Southeast Orthopedic Specialist and let them help you get back to normal life. I'm certainly glad I did.
Relieve pain and get back to life. Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Hello, First Coast. I'm sure by now you have seen our bright green GFL trucks and containers throughout the greater Jacksonville area. We're an industry leader in solid waste and would love the opportunity to earn your business. We're committed to customer service, reliability, and have an unwavering focus on safety. Whether commercial or construction, let us haul your waste away. Call 904-760-5880 to get a quote today from GFL, Green for Life.
I'm here with Danny Van Sickle, Director of the Electrical Training Alliance. Danny, tell me about your program.
Hey, Rick, we're a 5-year electrical apprenticeship. Our students start out making over $40,000 a year, and right now graduate making over $90,000 a year, including benefits. There is no tuition or no student debt. You just have to apply and get accepted.
Did you say no tuition and no student debt?
You heard that right, Rick. Once you're accepted to the program, your only cost are the books and the course fees. About $800 a year.
That sounds like an amazing opportunity. How can I learn more?
Just go to etajax.org, and you can apply there.
Apply by November 7th.
Tony Baselli gets up early Monday morning to share a big football breakfast with you.
Some French toast and sausage patties.
Hall of Fame Monday, 7:20 with Dan and Jeff on the Drill. Brought to you by Heritage Roofing of North Florida on 1010XL.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
D.V. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday, and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
Yo, what's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guessing, just straight up action. Does other sports books pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start up using promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit bonus right from jump. Here's a pro tip to get you rolling. The NFL teams with powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year, and betting game total unders has been printing money. So stack that on MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you your money. Sign up and get that double deposit bonus with MyBookie. That's the best sign-up bonus in Florida for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie.
Frank Frangie here. Big Chief Tire makes auto care affordable with 6-month financing with the CFNA card. Plus, get $50 off your first purchase when you sign up. Whether you need new tires, brakes, or general checkup, Big Chief's expert technicians will take care of your car with top-notch service. And with no interest for 6 months, now is the perfect time to handle your vehicle needs. Visit BigChiefService.com or call 904-932-0950 to apply for your CFNA card today. Big Chief Tire keeps Jacks rolling.
Aren't you just happy when you can handle all your needs in one location? Well, introducing Allstate agent Mandy Bowers in Mandarin. Whether it's home, life, business, or auto, Mandy covers it all. In fact, bundling policy is a great way to add extra savings. Mandy and her crew can do that. Allstate is offering lower auto insurance rates this year. Mandy can do that. You need to give Mandy Bowers a call in her Mandarin office, because when it comes to getting it all done under one roof, Mandy can do that.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, another great guest on the Garber Auto Mall phone line.
Hello.
We can wiggle it.
He played wide receiver and wore number 28 for the head ball coach with over 2,000 yards and 31 touchdowns for the Gators. His teammates called him Captain Doe. He's now an analyst for SEC Network. And here on The Drill, Chris Dorr.
Brought to you by Farrah & Farrah, the official personal injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Used to strike fear in the opponent, Dan. Yeah. Raucous crowd. The half that was orange and blue from 1990 to, God, really about 5-6 years ago. It was just a glorious Saturday. Right now, they're filing out of the stands. The Gators are up 38-7.
Happier times.
It's the good old days, Chris Doring. That's what we call those.
Oh, Chris.
Call those the good old days, my man.
How about the good old days when folks would leave at halftime to go over to the Purple Porpoise and crush dollar kamikazes and then come back to the stadium? Man, that was a whole different era, too.
Were you following me around when I was a younger man? Huh? Spying on me, Dan. He's been spying on me. All right, let's first things first. Let's get into this week's game, and I know you can find ways to muster up optimism from the way Billy Napier's football team has played the last 2 weeks. I think the thing that jumps out at me, if we were 4-3 Texas A&M with a ceiling, I'd feel a lot better than being 4-3 Florida, because you just get the feeling this is one game that Kirby's never going to let him overlook.
Yeah. It's interesting, man. I was on the plane yesterday coming back from Charlotte, and I popped in the Georgia tape from last year, and Florida had that good start. You're feeling good. You score early, you get a stop, and then things kind of unravel there in the second quarter. But I'm watching Ladd McConkey make plays, and I'm watching Brock Bowers, and Carson Beck looked like a totally different quarterback, and I'm thinking, like, a lot of these guys aren't there. This isn't the same offense necessarily that was moving the ball up and down the field against Florida. And that's where it all unraveled. Florida was 5-2 at the time, and then lost their last 5 ball games, and it started over in Jacksonville. I I wonder if there's a way to change the mindset of this team and look, all these guys that were out there making these plays aren't there anymore. This isn't the same Georgia team necessarily. Now there's new names and similar production on defense, but I think it's a mindset. And you guys know this, following this game as long as you have it. It really is a game of streaks, and who's going to be the team that steps up and breaks that streak for Florida and kind of ends this misery that we've been in over there in Jacksonville?
It's a great question, and you have to wonder. And then you play the game of, everybody told me how great that Kentucky defense was, and some Auburn running back goes for 275 or whatever it was, and then UCF is in a free fall, and suddenly those wins don't look as impressive, even though, because a couple weeks ago it was like, Kentucky and Georgia, 1-point game, 13-12. I'm telling you, this Kentucky defense. And listen, Kirby is their Spurrier. I mean, right? So he appreciates and understands the rivalry. So he, like Jeff said, he doesn't let them down. Then you throw in the mix a really young quarterback against a guy who's pretty good at coaching defense, and it just doesn't look like it's a good setup for our fellas this time around.
It doesn't necessarily look like a great setup. It hasn't looked like a great setup in a while. But I look at a couple things that I've been encouraged by, and the offensive line may be one of the biggest things when you look at the way that they've been able to protect and the way that they've been able to move the ball with Jaden Baugh at the running back position last week against Kentucky, or 2 weeks ago against Kentucky. And you mentioned the Kentucky defense looks like a bit of a fraud now, but I do think that there's confidence that's been gained. Not only, that unit seems to be playing with a lot more confidence, and the defensive line for Florida has been playing with a lot more confidence, dating back to the Tennessee game, a lot more penetration, disruptive in the run game. Like, I look at a Georgia offensive line that's not necessarily up to the typical standard of what we expect from that offensive line at Georgia. They are getting healthier, and that should help them, but if you can disrupt Carson Beck, like he has been more prone to make mistakes and turn the ball over than what we remember last year. I look at receivers for Georgia that are inconsistent in catching the football. Like, they look much more mortal than some of the teams that Florida's gone over there and played against in Jacksonville. So between the confidence level that Florida has and maybe the fact that Georgia isn't necessarily the same, I just try, and I hate we don't have moral victories at Florida, but I just think, man, if we could get into a ball game into the late in the second half where it's competitive, maybe there's a chance, and maybe you can build off of that.
Listen,
I like that optimism.
There we go. As competitors and athletes, Chris, all you have to go on is your experience, and so I know there are times in programs' growth that, you play a team and you beat them. I don't care how much your coach tells you, we're way better than these dudes. They can't ever play with us. And I'll give you an example I can remember, and you were actually a part of these teams. But Florida in the early 90s beat Auburn 48-7, 31-10, 27-9. And they went up there in 1993, and then suddenly one year, well, that guy's better than I remember him, or that team is better. And can you use that as a hope for Florida that Georgia's going to run into a Florida team that, and you mentioned the line of scrimmage, it's better than the teams they beat in the last 2 or 3 years.
Yeah. You have to have a team that believes. And I think that was one of the things as a kid I watched over and over again in the 80s, Georgia doing it to Florida in any number of different ways, all heartbreaking equally. And then Coach Spurrier showed up and just decided that, we were going to win that game over there. And it became a quick swing to where Florida was winning just about every year they went over there. And so I do think that there has to be somebody that takes the stand, somebody that instills belief and confidence. And what about a guy like DJ Lagway? DJ Lagway's not from around here. I'm sure in Texas he's aware of what's happened with Georgia and all, but he's not rooted in this idea that Florida's going to go over there and lose that game. Maybe he's a guy that can instill some confidence just out of pure naivety from being from somewhere else. I think that there has to be a team that makes that stand and makes that change. And I don't know, man. I think the bye week before Georgia always kind of refreshes us and renews us and makes us feel like there's an opportunity. And maybe we come back disappointed again. But I feel like there is a young surge of talent over there that may not be aware necessarily of how bad it's been the last 3 years when we've gone to Jacksonville.
Well, maybe we'll find out, and then that would be great. Chris, where are we on the coaching situation? We're a fickle bunch of fans. I tell you what, we are, and I'm guilty. 5 weeks ago, I'm jumping on the Lane train, waving the flag, and now I'm like, are you sure want this guy? He makes some weird decisions, blah, blah, blah. Start doing more and more work. I hear more and more things about him. And, Florida fan would hire the dude from Indiana in a second.
Yeah.
In a second. And yet, you want a guy who's going to, if you're going to make a coaching change, man, one thing I have learned through our experiences, and we've seen a lot of them, you got to bring in a guy who's better than the guy you got. Yeah. And so you better make sure if you do, you can't. So sometimes
that doesn't apply in this case. Yeah. You got to try hard to not bring somebody in better. Really. I'm not trying to be mean.
Yeah,
you got to.
He's done.
What's happened though?
Yeah.
We've moved on from coaches at times, and we've actually got the best available coach that's out there that year. But does that mean he's necessarily the best coach that maybe going to be available in the future? So
correct.
In the fit, I think the fit more than anything is what matters. Because think about look at what Mike Elko's done in College Station. It didn't necessarily feel like a sexy pick, but the fit was perfect after him being there as a defensive coordinator and kind of what that team needed in terms of becoming more physical and playing better defense. It just something about a fit. And I go back to the feel of some of the coaches that we've hired. We've gotten the best available in that coaching cycle, but they hadn't necessarily panned out. And I don't think making a change to make a change is what you want to do. And I think honestly, I have a lot of hope that maybe we're in the midst of a turnaround, and that Billy Napier can somehow find a way to not only keep his job, but ascend to the next level. I mean, there's so much young talent that's out there that's playing well, and you'd love to be able to keep Coach Napier. These guys talk about Coach Napier with such respect and admiration and love, and they ideally you love to keep everything intact. And so I'm hoping that Florida can somehow find a way to win a couple games, but I don't know that there is that slam dunk coach out there. I mean, Ole Miss was supposed to be a college football playoff team, and they're one loss away from being eliminated from that. So I don't know that there's one person out there that is better than the guy you can get, and you can go get him, and that he's going to flourish in this current setting.
I think we always assume that it's easier than it is. And you know what? You can look sometimes to the examples of the coaches that didn't leave. You want to know why Mike Norvell would have failed at Alabama? Look at Mike Norvell at FSU. You want to know why P.J. Fleck, could have had a number of jobs. Is they knocking his door down? Matt Campbell at Iowa State could have had any job he wanted. So it shouldn't surprise you as much, because when they actually stay, it's hard, dude. There's the Kirbys and the Sabins and the Spurriers. They're not growing on trees like people think.
One in a million.
Yeah, you find so it's hard.
Yeah.
Not only is it traditionally hard, but it's even harder now with the transfer portal and NIL, and we don't even know who the best coaches are that are going to flourish in this current environment.
Because it changes every month.
Correct. Yeah.
It's incredible.
All right, give us your best guess on how it plays out Saturday afternoon, Chris Doring.
I want so bad to not lose this game.
I know you do.
I have a hard time visualizing actually how we pull it off, but I think it's a close game. I'm hoping it's a close game late into the fourth quarter. I think Georgia's still the better team when they really focus in and apply themselves. We saw it against Texas, so I don't know that we're quite up to that yet, but I think it's a close game, one-score game, and Georgia gets one late to win by 10 to 13 points.
I feel like it's Steve Spurrier's Gators and Rakoff's Dogs. Just roll reverse. Until we're just going to get peppered, just like we pepper jack them year after year. And then they'd flare up every now and then and almost beat you, but wouldn't. I just feel like the role's been completely reversed.
Do we need a storm the field situation?
Right?
I love it.
We made fun of those Roops for that, didn't we? Let's storm it. In fact, let's invite it stands. You can all come down.
Chris, we love you, man. Appreciate
you.
All
right. Hey, enjoy. This is my favorite week of the year. hear, man. I love what you guys over in Jacksonville do to make this so special. And never have that game leave that area again.
Amen. Thanks,
With you on
Chris.
that one.
Right,
Talk to you next week. All
There
right,
he goes. That's Chris Doring, SEC Network. Nobody does it better. Appreciate him and great insight. And he's really good, by the way. If you haven't caught him on the TV shows on the weekends and stuff, he's
on SEC Network. Yeah, he's really
Yeah.
grown into it. And Gator through and through, and brings us his Gator report each and every Tuesday morning. All right?
Hey.
Yeah.
When we come back, sometimes a slee stack can be a good person.
Oh, what did he do?
You'll see.
Boy, I don't know. This feels like a PR stunt to me.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
I don't know, man.
Sometimes slee stacks got hearts,
All right.
I guess.
So the slee stack helped Dr. Robinson get out of the land of the lost.
I don't know,
Okay.
man.
All right. Well, listen. I'm glad to hear it.
You know what I'm talking about.
I'm glad to hear it. If you're telling me that Panthers owner, noted slee stack David Tepper, has some good in him,
Slee stack's got hearts.
please pour it out for me.
I
Pour
will.
out a big glass of slee stack love when we
Slee
return.
stack juice next.
Good.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
At Hodges Mazda, we are proud of our solid reputation in the Jacksonville community. Lauren Brooks here. As your hometown Mazda dealer, our high customer service standards and our huge inventory of new and used cars provide our customers a consistently first-rate car buying experience. Our professional, non-commissioned sales team puts your best interest first without exception. And every vehicle purchased from Hodges Mazda comes with 2 years free maintenance. Visit Hodges Mazda today or shop online at HodgesMazda.com and discover the Hodges Mazda difference.
So one of life's most important decisions, if you're 18 years or older, you just got married, you got divorced, you have children, of course you want to take care of your family. That's why I'm here to tell you about Matt Hinson and the Hinson Law Firm. Matt's the attorney, I'm not. But have you done your last will? Oh, Dan. Yeah. Come on now. You want to get your hard-earned assets to the people that you choose and love. Planning also helps minimize income, gift, and estate taxes. And while Matt Hinson's your guy, he'll listen. He'll help you with some tough decisions, provide you info needed so you are at ease with your choice. Listen closely. Hinson Law Firm. If you got questions, reach out to Maddie, 904-527-1700. That's 527-1700. The offices are in Jacksonville, Florida. Gang, don't let the state decide your fate.
Hi, everybody. Mike Dempsey here, reminding you that November is Veterans Month, a time to celebrate and honor the heroes who've served our country. This November, Awaken 180 Weight Loss is showing their appreciation for active duty veterans and spouses by offering 15% off your entire Awaken 180 program, free support for life included. It's a thank you for the sacrifices you've made, protecting our freedoms and making this country what it is. This is special. Awaken 180 has never offered a discount, ever. If this incentive can help turn your focus on you, your health, your goals, and your happiness, I say go for it. Do what I did and choose the solution for weight loss. So if you're active duty, a veteran, or a spouse of one, this month is about you. Celebrate Veterans Month with 15% off your Awaken 180 program, and as with all clients, receive free support for life after reaching your goals. Do what I did, what Hacker did, and what Matt Hayes did, and over 23,000 others have done. Take control at awaken180weightloss.com.
You've got so many chances to win big on Hard Rock Bet. Even a small bet can bring in that serious cash. All you need is $1 and a dream.
Unbelievable. They've hit the parlay. Let's go!
Big payouts for every kind of player.
Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Get up to $100 back if your first bet doesn't win. Payable and bonus bet up to $100, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
David Ammon here with Zero Res. Ammon, I can't believe it's been 20 years since we started Zero Res. Do you remember? You were only 7 years old and we had you cleaning the vans after school.
Yeah, I'm grateful I've always had a job that taught me to work hard, take care of things, and to appreciate our good customers.
October is birthday month for Zero Res, so what are we doing for our customers?
Just say Happy Birthday Zero Res and we'll give you $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, or area rugs.
Zero Res.
Spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC. NFLPA SIPC.
Stay in touch with the stars of Coral Gables.
From South Beach to Jax Beach. Stay on A1A for the latest from Miami on the Hurricane Report.
Brought to you by Performance Painting. Prepare, protect, preserve.
On 1010XL.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley. Hi, Ken. Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see, hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime-scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet.
Stay cooler with Bueller.
Visit BuellerAir.com.
Electricians, innovators, and tech enthusiasts, listen up. Miller Electric is shaping the future, and we want you to be a part of it. From healthcare and data centers, corporate offices, aviation, and industrial facilities, Miller Electric is powering the most exciting projects in Jacksonville and beyond. We offer not just a job, but a thrilling career with great pay and incredible benefits. Visit us at millercareers.com to apply. Miller Electric, where your skills meet our vision and equal opportunity employer.
Tailgate special alert. 3 pounds of marinated chicken, 2 pounds of marinated steak tips, 2 pounds of fresh ground beef, and 2 pounds of homemade sausage for only $80 to feed your crew.
For tasty tips and juicy breasts, choose Southern Steer Butcher.
This is Dr. Steve Crenshaw, Assistant Team Physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jaguars, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
The Jaguars' offensive ability to respond after being down is one positive for head coach Doug Peterson.
I'm very pleased with how we respond. You don't want to be down 10, but there's 2 weeks in a row been down 10, but we've responded.
The Jag head coach is looking for a united effort from his defense if the team is to move forward.
You know, every now and then you get the one guy that, maybe is out of his gap, does something a little bit different or forgot an assignment or something like that, and it hurts us.
Quarterback Trevor Lawrence doesn't rely on having done it before if the team is to dig out of its current hole.
Take it 1 week at a time. It's the only way we're going to get out of the hole that we've put ourselves in. We got to go do it. We can't just say, well, we've done it before, it's going to happen. We got to go find a way to make these plays at the end of the game to go win it.
That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the 10-minute drill.
This is a big one.
Brought to you by
Advanced Business Solutions.
your local authorized Xerox dealer on 1010XL.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hit it. All right, who am I?
Yeah.
Dan Hicken. I am a coach who is now abjectly, at least to me, in my opinion, has, and I don't know if he needed to, has doubled down on the proof of what a difference maker he is. And I'm not sure they really thought that he was. And in hindsight, yeah, Jerry Jones made a huge mistake not going and getting Sean Payton at some point. This dude has the Denver Broncos. They're terrible, Hicken. They're 5-3. They'd be in the playoffs if they started today. He's got a rookie quarterback. He's going through growing pains.
And he go 8-9 last year?
Yeah, he went 8-9 after that terrible start, right, with Russ. And so he doesn't even have all the – look, if you can take a bad team, man, a team that's not overly talented, tell me, you want to take a guess who the Broncos receivers are?
Cortland Sutton.
That's one, right?
Tim Patrick. One guy just got shot in the head at a strip club.
Tim Patrick plays for the Lions.
Guy got shot in the head at the strip club.
Never heard of him. That's Craig Reynolds. It was the hand.
Oh, hand.
Yeah.
I thought it was the head.
I thought it was the head.
No, it was hand.
I said it was the head.
No.
All right.
I shot his hand, didn't he?
Sure.
If an NFL player got shot in the daggum head, wouldn't it have been bigger news? You don't come back in a week if you get shot in the head, do you? Did he get shot in the head?
I thought I read here for
once in the arm and once in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go.
Capped him. Wow, my bad.
How'd he live?
I don't know. I must have read
It had to be a graze.
Yeah.
Had to be a graze.
By the way, he got shot near the daggum head. He didn't get shot in the head.
Right.
If you're reading about someone getting shot in the head,
they're dead.
You think they're gone.
Clickbait.
Yeah. Unless he has one of those crazy, it goes through, passes through 18,000 things, but doesn't hit anything.
Missed everything.
So through and through, Dan's what we call that. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So anyway,
Sean Payton.
Yeah.
Yeah, this dude, it's time to give it up, I guess. He won a Super Bowl, obviously in New Orleans, and then Drew Brees left, and everyone went, "Oh, does he still have it?" He ran afoul of the league a couple times. He's a surly little so-and-so. I say little; he's not the biggest guy in the world, but I bring it up because he's not look. You saw what happened this weekend, right?
Yeah, he got yelled at by he ran a fake field goal up big against Carolina.
Hey, J.C. Horn confronted him after the game over running trick plays up big in the fourth. So what was Sean Payton's response yesterday?
Your job is to stop us.
Play better, he said. Yeah, y'all might want to try playing better. Get out of here, you losers.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's any bad
response.
I wonder if there's any bad blood with the Panthers, who we used to coach against in the division.
Well, speaking of the
Panthers,
Panthers,
which leads us to the Slee Stack, who you are now going to tell me is we've got Beauty and the Beast thing working here.
He's got a heart of gold. The Slee Stack does. You've
David Tepper
maligned and
wants to a drink on a couple of Googans here at the stadium.
You lied about it.
And lied about it because he's a liar.
Carolina Panther owner David Tepper.
Mm-hmm. What we got?
And this week, they had a little concert up there in the Carolinas. Luke Combs got all his buddies, and they came and sang some country music for everybody. And 82,000 people showed up, and old Tepper donated every single dollar to Hurricane Relief Fund for the folks up there devastated by the hurricane. They raised $24 million.
That's good.
So he and his wife hosted at their stadium in Charlotte, and like I said, they donated every penny made there.
Let me ask you a question. Yeah, it is nice, and it is. But if Dan Hicken donated 14 cents to the Salvation Army today, would you feel like you did a big thing? Because that's what that money represents in David Tepper's ratio to Dan. I'm just asking, would that make you any better a person if you donated 14 cents today?
Just a nice story here.
14 cents.
14 cents.
He gave his version of 14 cents to the hurricane relief.
Pooping all over Tepper.
I'm gonna give. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna be fair here, fair and balanced. And I'm going to give you the exact.
Donated his whole stadium.
I'm going to give you the exact. His stadium, is it? The people of Carolina didn't build that thing while the Slee Stack was up there in New York somewhere.
Yeah.
All right, $21.3 billion with a B.
Yeah.
Divided by how many million?
24 of them things.
24 million. Okay. I'm sorry. I got to shoot down the Slee Stack. I can't have. I mean, I got to at least get some. And I appreciate Hicken coming with this. It's a nice thing. And 24 million is 24 million. But his 24 million ain't like mine and yours.
No. I ain't never seen that before.
Do I have to do all of these? This is where I wish I was.
By the way, while you're doing that, I'll tell you, I watched some of the end of the Steelers game. First off, Russ is throwing it pretty well. He looks like a little bit better each week. The Steelers are amazingly 6-2, which, again, it just, as a Jags fan, it just, golly, how they do it and how we do it. And then from the other perspective, the Giants, the Daniel Jones experiment needs to end. I mean, he's just not good enough. Hey, GM guy, you found out, okay? You needed to find out. You found out. I've seen enough. He is who he is. He's no good, all right? So move on. Move on. Last night was one of the rare days in sports where
I want to go back to just one thing on that Monday night game.
Uh-huh.
Are you like me? Were you surprised, and did you think he wasn't going to switch from Fields to Russ? Fields was winning. I thought Mike Tomlin was just playing nice with Russ's feelings.
No.
And that as long as Fields kept winning, that he would stay the quarterback. I did not think they would make a healthy switch.
I get the feeling that
and Russ has been better.
Watching him in practice every day and the way they throw the football.
Okay. Well, I wasn't
That'd
doing
be my
that.
guess.
Well, yeah. And that doesn't surprise me, but it didn't feel like that's where
Tomlin
it was headed.
Tomlin basically
he would
said
never go all in.
Tomlin said, I did this rogue, that nobody else really wanted me to make the switch, but I did it. and it looks like he did the right thing.
Well, he's been good. He's very good last time. Only 2 games. Had some rust in the first game, but he was good last. And
we also learned that 2 right feet does not equal 2 feet. That's kind of odd.
That is odd.
Yeah, that was very odd.
I can see what I didn't think of it in those terms.
Yeah, he got 2 feet
hopped,
down,
and then his butt fell out of bounds.
Yeah.
Because if your foot and you're
down,
in
up,
another
foot
body
down.
part, like if your foot and your knee hits, that's a touchdown.
Yeah.
I wonder if that will be addressed.
Yeah, 2 right feet, or 2. Pickens caught it with his foot in, but got pushed and got his right foot down again. But never got his left foot down, and they said it was.
I bet you this has
the
happened.
ruling on
before.
the field was, or the call was incomplete.
I bet you if you went through the annals of NFL films and you found every single play in NFL history, I bet you there has been plays before where they've missed that. In other words, I bet you a guy's been on the sideline, gone off his right foot, caught the ball at his left, but he's leaning, so he hops a couple of times before he goes out of bounds without ever. I bet you people have gotten away with that because I didn't think. Especially if you're going straight line. That one was easier to immediately call it because he fell back into you. But, yeah, it was a weird play. I haven't never seen that. First time.
Yesterday was one of the rare sports days where all the big 4 were in action. I think you get 30 of them a year, they say now. 30 of them a year where you'll have the NBA, the NHL, the NFL, and Major League Baseball. That's probably up a lot from through the years because of Thursday Night Football with the NFL and the World Series going late into the year, and so you had playoff baseball as well. Well, you had the NFL and the NBA and NHL are both underway now, so you get that. But anyway.
There's only a couple of times a year that'll happen. Is that the only time this year, or are we going to happen? Well, I guess it will. Baseball's not going to go long enough.
I just said it's 30-some times.
Sorry.
It's happened 30-some times in a year.
Okay.
Yeah. So it happens more now than it used to because of
extended seasons and schedules.
Thursday Night Football and things of that ilk.
Yeah.
So,
that's true. We got Thursday night.
Yeah. So, and it's been going on for, probably close to a month, right? With the postseason baseball and the NBA and the NHL, both. Well, the NBA just got started last week, so that's how it works. But anyway, kind of interesting note in the sports world. Jags, we get updates on the injuries. Kirk Dunn, good news on BTJ. He refuted a report that he'd be out 2 to 4 weeks. He said the MRI didn't show anything, so hopefully he'll be able to go. But we have no update on Ezra Cleveland, who left the game injured. I heard Tony yesterday. I wanted to say this too because we've hammered that offensive line a lot. And you think about a guy like Brandon Sheriff. He's made his money. He's done all that he can do. But I would say this about that guy, and I'm taking this from Tony, and I'm glad I heard him say it because it deserves it. He's a pro's pro. That guy got hurt yesterday or Sunday, left the game. He didn't need to come back. He didn't have to go back. He got his butt back in there and fought for a 2-5 football team to try to get a victory. And he's played football each week now for the Jaguars. And a lot of people wanted to replace him this year and say he's playing pretty well. The offensive line is playing well.
Yeah, they're fine. They're not
offensive line.
Yeah, they've moved up into like the top 20 at least. They're not the worst. You can deal with that.
It makes you scratch your head and wonder why were they so bad for so long? What was the reason why? Because they're doing fine. Was it just Fortner? Is it just getting Mitch Morse in there?
Yes. Yes. Fortner was 36th of center in the league. There's only 32 teams. It was Fortner, a Balky draft pick, a third rounder.
Yeah.
That's what he does.
But Mitch Morse was a good addition because
the
offensive line.
And now you probably are getting.
Offensive line's playing good enough for us to win. They allowed 1 sack, and that sack was Trevor's undoing for a time being.
Yeah.
So it's and if you go look, in fact, I'm going to look. Where do you think they're ranking sacks allowed? I got to think they're doing pretty well, aren't they?
He hasn't been sacked much the last few games. They're probably middle of the pack.
Right?
How many sacks is he? I saw that Daniel Jones has been sacked either the most or second most. He had 21.
Most sacks, the Browns have allowed 37 sacks. And by the way, the Browns have talent on that offensive line. We've heard them. The Patriots have allowed 27. Jags are Buffalo's only allowed 10. Part of that's Josh Allen.
Jags have allowed 27?
No. Jags have only allowed 18.
So middle of the pack. Actually closer to the bottom, I bet, aren't they? 18's not great. 2.5 a game.
There's only 10 teams behind that have allowed less.
So yeah, okay.
So they've done well.
Upper middle pack.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that's pretty good news. And this gosh, it's amazing to me that as well as they've played now for 4 or 5 weeks.
That we're not winning.
Well, that we're not winning. And why were they so bad for so long?
Yeah, I'm going to go with they sell us on how important the cohesion is. We tried to buy last year, and because of injuries, they never got any cohesion. This is the most cohesive run they've had probably in years.
Yeah.
So that's probably helping.
There's a little bit of fallout in Indianapolis.
Yeah, the players are calling him out, and they should. You can't do that as quarterback.
Anthony Richardson, who got tired, took himself out of the game. That's one thing. But the other thing is he going to lose his job this week?
I mean,
because the coach would not commit to him yesterday. Would not commit to him being the starter this weekend. And they're at the crossroads. They're 4-4. They're in games. They had a chance to beat the Texans. Texans, by the way, maybe without Nico Collins and Stephon Diggs now. So, keep an eye on that developing situation. And again, this is the tough part. I don't care how young you are. And I heard McAfee yesterday kind of going off. Like, how long, we got a good team. We got this, we got that. How long? Because he's obviously a big Colts fan. How long are we going to have to deal with this? They were not former players, media. AR's gotten his first dose of some heavy criticism.
Well, he deserves it.
Well,
it's not your first year, dude. You're terrible.
You got Joe Flacco sitting there with 7 touchdowns and 1 pick for the Colts this year, 65%
You got to go to Flacco.
102 rating.
You got to go to Flacco. You made a huge mistake, and everyone had doubted, he's not. I thought maybe he could develop, Dan. He's not developing.
Yeah.
Is there any part of you that thinks that Anthony Richardson isn't going to be a major bust who never starts again?
Oof.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't see.
Never starts again? Wow.
No, I mean, maybe a piecemeal here, Jameis or something, but no, he'll leave here. He's not good enough. If you're not good enough to start as the number 4 pick for the Colts, who are you going to be good enough to start for? Now, again, will you drop in on a couple of jobs along the way, maybe? I just thought he would develop more because when he's not a bad thrower of the deep ball, but you don't get all day to throw that in the NFL. He won't run, man. He won't run, and that's his biggest threat. He won't run like Josh Allen did. He's not willing to grow like Josh Allen did. I don't know why he thinks he's freaking, Justin Herbert back there. Why? Stop. You're a terrible thrower. You have a great athletic ability. You better win some games doing whatever you need to, or you're going to be sitting on the bench if it matters.
Yeah.
Seems like a nice kid, but he ain't a good quarterback.
Way down there right now.
He's the worst quarterback in the league, Dan. He's worse than Bryce Young.
I mean, we're talking.
If he's not going to run. If you would run and convert third downs and be the bull in a china shop that you can be, you could elevate to top, to 15 to 20 in your overall ability. He won't run the ball.
You have to understand, those who have thrown the ball 100 times or more.
I do understand.
Anthony has a 44.4% completion.
That's unbelievable, dude. This is like 1970s college quarterback.
The next lowest guy who's thrown it 100 times is 15 points better, 59%.
He's got 4 touchdowns, 7 picks. He's less than 1,000 yards passing in 6 starts.
Yeah.
He's not bad. He's as bad as any I've ever seen, and I was did not think that was going to be the path.
All right, 641-1010. Come kind, come courteous, come correct. E, do you have a prize pack, a razzle-dazzle for the listener this morning?
Yeah, I got a little razzle-dazzle.
What you got, man?
I got a pair of tickets to the Jacksonville Sports Invitational as UF and USF basketball play at the VyStar Veterans Memorial Arena. That's happening on November 4th. All you got to do, I'll at your boy at 904-641-1010.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Hey, bro, come through today, bro. We got to rap, bro.
There are great plays.
Time's ahead for the first down.
But in the end, there's always a play that stood out.
Touchdown!
The performance-painting high-performance play of the game on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Shazam! And nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer.
Clean air, cool air, both are extremely important. Trust Florida Home AC to deliver on both with their Remy Halo, the next generation of air quality technology. Call 777-4300 for Florida Home AC and breathe clean and cool air.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
There's no way to prepare for the impact an accident makes on your life. That's why we've spent 40 years getting ready for that moment when you need compassion and immediate action. The right doctors, investigators, our team of experienced attorneys, and your free consultation is already in place. So if you've been hurt, remember, the Farah safety net is right here to catch you. All you have to do is call Farah and Farah. It's what we built. Jacksonville.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? Getting ready for more rain and longer nights? We've got you. Right now, you can earn up to $25 in bonus rewards when you buy 2 Sylvania Silver Star Ultra bulbs and 2 Rain-X Quantum Elite wiper blades. More rewards and better visibility at America's #1 lighting destination, AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Offer valid for AutoZone Rewards members. Restrictions apply.
Gang, imagine having a doctor available to you any day and any time. That's why I'm telling you about my doctor, Rick Townsend. I've been going to Doc T for a long time, man, decades. He's taken great care of me. He's become just a great friend, and he's a great doctor. But he decided to take a leap into a new and exciting, more personal world of medicine, and you bet I went with him. Yeah, concierge medicine, I love it. Why? If I'm not feeling good, I need an appointment, I call Doc T, I get in today. I don't have to wait for a week and a half, whatever. I got a medical emergency. I call Doc T. Here's his number. He gets right back to you 7 days a week. Think of it like being a member of an exclusive golf club, but the cost will surprise you. As far as doctors, Rick Townsend's the best, right? Navy trained, Wake Forest grad. If you need a yearly physical, office or virtual visit, cancer screening, referrals to specialists, you name it, Doc T has you covered. Listen, you'll have a lot of questions, but you get all the answers at mypvconcierge.com. Go to mypvconcierge.com. It's the wave of the future of medicine, and it's working for me.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jacks Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
Are you ready to upgrade your home? Experience the winning combination of style and performance with Renewal by Andersen, energy-efficient, custom-built replacement windows and doors. Buy 4 windows or patio doors and get the 5th free. Plus, 0 down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. This offer expires October 31st and restrictions apply. Renewal by Andersen, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com for details.
License number CGC 1527613.
Navy Mutual was created by service members for service members, so we know what it means to serve. Our policies have no active duty service restrictions, so you can rest assured that you're covered no matter your duty station, home or abroad. To go even further, we promise that premiums will not be higher for those who serve in dangerous environments, including aviation, diving, or on deployments. Let us help you protect those you love the most. Learn more at NavyMutual.org.
The 41st Annual Wave Masters Pro-Am Surf Contest, presented by Favor Gray, is Jacksonville's largest surf event and returning to the Jacksonville Beach Pier October 5th. 20 grand in cash given away for the Marker 32 Longboard Pro, the Taco Lou Men's Pro, and the U.S. Assure Women's Pro. If you want to compete, enter at Sunrise or Aqua East Surf Shops today. The 41st Annual Wave Masters Pro-Am, presented by Favor Gray, October 5th at the Jacksonville Beach Pier. Come watch the best surfers in Northeast Florida compete.
Hi, I'm Mac with Baker Glass. If you've got fogged up windows, let me help. We'll replace them with clear, insulated units that brighten up your home. People say we're fast, friendly, and reliable. Just check out our Google reviews. Call me today. Baker Glass. No one treats you better.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Lone Pronto. As Florida prepares to take on Georgia, it's the return of running back Trevor Etienne, a situation that's become all too familiar for head coach Billy Napier.
I've seen feels like there's a story each week about scenarios like that. It wasn't the first and it won't be the last, unfortunately.
As for Georgia head coach Kirby Smart, he advised Trevor to stay focused.
Focus on the task. You don't want to be caught up in emotions. Be emotional. I don't think that helps any. That's part of college football now.
Orlando Magic forward Pablo Banchero had a big night in the NBA. After having a 30-point game opening night against Miami, he put up 50 points on Monday night, all needed in order for the Magic to get past the Indiana Pacers. In other NBA news, the Miami Heat got the win over the Detroit Pistons. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
Currently, it's 8:09 and it's 66 degrees. Your time and your temp is brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Barra & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. They make the plays on and off the field. Now get ready for the Lockett Law High School Report. Brought to you by Lockett Law. Know before you blow.
All right, let's talk some high school football for just a minute.
Sure, you bet.
University Christian, they win a lot of district championships. Marching. They're always into it for more, though, right?
Yeah.
They want more. Josh Bruton
was win state a couple years ago, right?
Oh, no, it's been a while. When's the last, what's that on that wall? When's it say the last state you guys won?
I think it would have to be 2016.
Yeah, 2016, yeah.
They played for state a couple years ago, maybe?
Maybe.
No one knows.
No one knows. Josh Bruton doesn't know. He's finishing up his career at University Christian.
Nice.
So, West Nassau kid, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, congratulations. You guys won a district championship. You beat Providence the other night, 52-42.
Yes, sir.
Wasn't much of a defensive kind of a shootout there, huh?
Tell me about it.
Tell me about that game. I knew. But listen, I saw some video of Josh.
Yeah.
He's a running back for UC. He scored, how many did you score?
6 touchdowns.
Oh. And on the 6th one, I think he did a little mugging for the camera, and he gave us a little 1, 2, 3.
Alvin Kamara.
Yeah, he counted
I'm
him.
okay with it.
I counted him. So tell me about that game.
Well, it was a shootout all night, like you said.
Yeah.
It took a lot for us to get 52 points. It was tough.
It was tough. They got up on you early, right? It was like 14-0, and you're like, oh, boy, we got to get going. Because you weren't there last year, but they beat you last year.
Yeah, I've heard about it. I heard they lost on homecoming.
Yeah, they didn't like that, I'm sure, over at UC.
No, it was comeback here for us.
Yeah.
UC was in the state title game 2 years ago.
Were they? Okay. All right.
I thought I remembered that.
Penland?
They beat Trinity. They beat Trinity in the regional final for the first time in forever.
They did. But they haven't won one since 16.
Correct. It's been since 2016.
Okay.
A bunch of them on that wall.
All right, so you got a weird road-tested schedule this year, and you lost a few games. You've had some adversity, right? Didn't you lose your quarterback?
Yeah, we lost our starting quarterback against, I want to say Andrew Jackson.
Okay.
It was rough. Yeah, he hurt his collarbone.
Mm-hmm.
But we got a new quarterback. He came in from Nice.
Okay.
His name's Harrison.
Okay. Done a good job?
Yeah, I like him so far. He's
okay.
pretty cool.
All right. Well, that's good. So you get this guy and you get going, and You've had some ups and some downs, but you won the district championship, which gets you into the postseason. And it looks like here, do you have 2 games left or 1 left in the regular season?
We got 2. We play Fort Meade, and then we play Zephyr Hills.
Okay, so they got a
good water there in that game.
Yeah, great water,
great
water. They've played. I don't know who these people are. Carrollwood Day, TNCA, Tampa Catholic. I'm assuming is in Tampa.
It's a good guess.
Hebron Christian.
Sure.
I mean,
Vaughn Hebron
played Ricky Nattiel's Newberry
Panthers.
Yeah.
Newberry Pride.
You've had a. I mean,
yeah, it's been a tough schedule. All those teams were probably ranked in the 150 or a top 100.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, they're all very good.
So you feel
teams.
battle tested. It may not be a lot of name value to us, but for y'all getting ready for state, that's probably going to be a good.
For sure. Those are hard teams to beat.
Now tell me what kind of what type of running back are you? Are you a bruising running
like
back?
A fullback to me.
Yeah. How do you fashion yourself?
I mean, I love the kid. He had 6. I'm not seeing 4.4.
Yeah, my dad like he running through them kids.
I love to just hit the hole and get through there, but if I can get outside, I'll try and turn on the burners.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Oh, we got some burners?
I got a little bit. You
Okay.
All
right. I like that. How's the you got that one receiver's a really good ball player.
Oh, Genoa?
Yeah. How's Genoa doing?
He's doing good this year.
Okay.
I don't know how many yards exactly, but he's got a lot. He's racked up some catches.
All right. What about Coach Penland? How's he? Is he been cranky? Has he been in a good mood? What's he up to? Give me an update on Coach Penland.
I love Coach Penland. He's an awesome coach. You know, he gets everybody in the right spots, and he's a good guy. I like him.
He is a good guy. So, what do you think? Can you guys make a run here in the postseason?
I think we can if we come out swinging, and if we win our last 2 games, maybe we can get home field advantage.
Oh,
that'd be huge.
Okay, you like that home field? You tired of traveling? You had enough of it.
I find it interesting because young kids don't keep. I'd say young men don't keep up with this probably as much as like the historians. But the fact that you ask him when the last one was, and he said 2016, tells me that it's a thing over there. That
oh yeah,
it's
we
there's an expectation, and that every team that comes through is expected to end this long 8-year drought or whatever it is. But
yeah, we would definitely love to get there. I mean, that was our goal at the start of the season, was make it through the playoffs and give ourselves a chance at the state championship. But we'll know whenever we get there.
I like this about Josh. Josh Bruton's our guest, University Christian running back, and I'm kind of checking out some stuff about him, and and he's got some things here. He says right here 4.640.
I got that.
Huh?
Yeah, listen to me.
I'm not saying you're going to race him. I'm just saying it says 4.6. Can you confirm? No. I mean, the guy did his Achilles. He pulled a hamstring. He's got no jets left, but he still fashions himself, which is fine. But you think he's 4.6?
Big homie say 4.6.
What do you think?
Yeah, 4.6. All right.
On a good day.
All right. And what I like too is you're. It looks like you're looking at some small college
what are you about?
football.
6'6", you think?
Yeah. I don't have any big college offers yet. I guess I got to start sending out film, talking to coaches.
Yeah. But that's small college football is great. It's a lot of fun. If you go that route, you'll enjoy. What am I 6'6"? What 40?
6'6", 40.
Yeah, but I promise you this: as slow as I am, I've seen some media boys post some videos
Of late.
and
Not good?
no, the last few years.
Okay.
I don't look that bad running.
Okay, good.
So
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah.
He's about a 5'2", by the way, also.
Not now.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's what you are. You ain't never going to be, you're not going backwards, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you got hamstrings and Achilles, you'll never run better than a 5'2", ever.
All right, what time's Penland got us practicing today?
Yeah, what are we doing?
What do we got?
Today, he's probably got us at about 3:45 on the field.
3:45, be on the field, be ready to go. How's the numbers over at UC? You got a lot of kids on the team this year? Less kids? What do you think?
I think we have about 57 as of the latest.
That's a good number.
Yeah, that's a good number.
All right, well, go win you a state.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
How about that?
Congratulations on
Thanks for
everything,
coming
Josh.
in and visiting
6
with us.
touchdowns against Providence, district champions over there at University Christian.
6 is a lifetime, by the way. They're good high school players, play their whole career.
Yeah,
don't
you better
get to
cherish
6.
that night.
Huh?
That's pretty good.
It was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge.
All right, you guys left there feeling pretty good, didn't you?
Oh, yeah.
Bus ride back was
Stomped them on
good.
their senior night.
Oh. All right, that's Josh Bruton. We're back with more next right here on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here. Get ready to roar into the weekend. Get everything you need to know for your weekend on Pregame Friday.
It's a big deal.
Gosh, it sure is a big deal.
Brought to you by MyBookie and Dream Finders Homes on 1010XL.
Why go big or go home when you can go epic and save at Arlington Toyota? Mia here, and right now you can lease a new 2024 Corolla LE for only $89 a month. A new 2025 Camry SE for only $129 per month. Need an SUV? Then lease a new 2024 RAV4 XLE for only $199 per month. Our friends at Arlington even have epic lease savings on trucks too. Go epic and save big at Arlington Toyota. Shop arlingtontoyota.com today.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners. Financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc. Member FINRA SIPC.
Ready to sharpen your aim or find the perfect firearm? Come to St. Nicholas Guns and Range for our White Tag sales event. Up to 20% off all White Tag firearms all October with a huge selection of guns, ammo, and gear, plus Jacksonville's best indoor range for every skill level. They've got what you need to hit your target. If you're a pro or just starting, their friendly experts will guide you at 4630 Blanding Boulevard or online at stnickguns.com. St. Nicholas Guns and Range, gear up, shoot a lot, shoot better.
Hey, Hicken here with a message from Zero Res. Can you believe they've been cleaning carpets in Jacksonville now for 20 years? Dave Benyon and his family and staff are so grateful of things and appreciate you, their great customers. In fact, October's birthday month for Zero Res. So what are we doing for customers? Just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and we'll give you $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, tile, and grout, upholstery, or area rugs. Zero Res, man. Spell it forwards or backwards. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Zero Res.
In its final year, we encourage you to help create great futures for young people when you run or walk at Mackenzie's Run, Saturday, November 23rd. Join Boys and Girls Club of Northeast Florida for a 5K and 1 mile fun run through the beautiful stadium course at TPC Sawgrass. Enjoy food, live music, face painting, family fun, and more at our Runners Village. Register at mackenziesrun.org. Mackenzie's 5K and Fun Run, November 23rd. mackenziesrun.org.
Hicken here for America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with more than 5 million active members. It's Prize Picks. All you got to do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. That's what you do. And when your picks hit, which they usually do, get your money in as quick as 15 minutes because Prize Picks puts their members first. All withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. Make Sundays fun days like I do, or play any day of the week, quite frankly. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code JAX, that's J-A-X. Get $50 instantly when you play 5. That's code JAX on Prize Picks. You get $50 instantly when you play 5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, man. Run your game.
There's something special about football under the Friday night lights.
Clear eyes, full hearts.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Friday Night Lights.
Presented by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning on 1010XL.
If you want someone who will pump out the problems, vote for the Duck.
Call Duck Duck Rooter, your 5-star Google-rated septic company. DuckDuckRooter.com.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Welcome to ABS Advanced Business Solutions, your local authorized technology partner and home to Xerox copiers.
Advanced Business Solutions.
Our slogan, Know Before You Blow, applies to more than just DUI cases. Hi, I'm attorney Lee Lockett of Lockett Law. Battery charges can result in jail time and criminal convictions too, so know before you blow a gasket and hit a loved one or a stranger. Drug crimes like possession of marijuana and cocaine will land you in cuffs too, so know before you blow. In a boating under the influence case, you also have the option to blow or not to blow. So know your options. Know before you blow. Go to knowbeforeyouBlow.com now. Offices Jacksonville.
I'm here with Clayton Bromberg from Underwoods. Clayton, you can buy almost anything today on the internet. What about loose diamonds and how they are priced?
Frank, it's interesting you'd ask that because we did some research on the internet to see how diamonds price on the various websites like Blue Nile. And what we found were diamonds of the same shape, weight, color, and clarity had vastly different prices, which probably had something to do with how the diamond was cut. But the only way to see the diamonds was to buy them. So we did a price comparison on diamonds where we could tell the diamonds were nicely cut, and what we found were our prices for beautifully cut Underwood diamonds were the same as theirs. So if you're shopping for diamonds and want real expert help, real quality and value, and don't want to pay just to look at a diamond, come by Underwood's. And remember, when a diamond comes from us, you get all the services, assurances, and guarantees the people in North Florida have learned to expect for over 80 years.
Underwood's in San Marco, Avondale, and the shops of Ponte Vedra.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back, everybody. This is the drill. You know, we started talking in the break, and it's, I hate to use bad words, but I do oftentimes. Example from yesterday, talk about these nuts. Thank you. That wasn't me, by the way. That was Trayvon Diggs. What'd I say? Did I say that on the air?
You did. Oh, yeah.
All right. Anyway, Jags really have just squandered this season. It's so frustrating and ticks me off on Tuesdays after a day where I can sit there and, you know, regurgitate everything. They have blown a year in which they were good enough, and Houston ain't all that, and Indy ain't all that, and Tennessee ain't that. I mean,
well, you can really say it about the whole league. Even the Chiefs look like they're the weakest they've been in years, and they're 7-0.
Yeah,
and part of that is because of how Patrick Mahomes is playing. It just shows you how you can build a great team and get confidence, and it's infectious because Mahomes is having a career worst year, and they're good as ever.
Good as ever because they play defense, man, and we don't. 29th in scoring defense, 29th in yards allowed, but we did not have that difficult a schedule. We should not be 2-6. It's highly unacceptable. I hope Shad Khan is laying down the law over there, but
let me tell you what else is happening. We've been doing this long enough. It's the elephant in the room. I'm not going to be a big story. We don't have to pound it every day, but I can feel the growing tension of that dark political side of the game and the battle lines being drawn and the rhetoric and the behavior between front office and staff. And when coach gets to the point that in his explanation of things going wrong, often points out other coaches and players and talent more than things that he could be doing, it tells you that he feels he's on shakier ground than when he accepts all the blame for himself, deflects it away from any and everyone on his program because he knows that he's secure.
Yeah.
And the same thing is going on the other side because Trent Baalke is known as a noted reputation, documented, for not being the easiest to deal with behind the scenes. And it happened in San Francisco. That is what it is. Whether or not that's happening here in Jacksonville, we'll see. But I can just feel it, Dan. We've been here 30 years. It's never been here. Yeah. There was a little bit there with Coughlin and Schott at the end. This is the positioning, so pay attention to the rhetoric because they keep losing.
Yeah.
Pay attention to the roster decisions on game day, active and inactive. Pay attention because there's some posturing going on.
Let me tell you what I think is going to happen, Jeffrey. I think the Jags are going to be about 3-9 here in a few weeks, and then I think and everyone will fire, and Shad Khan ain't firing midseason.
No, and they shouldn't. I don't think they should.
And they'll wait till the year's over. But the Jags are going to close like 4-2, go 7-10, and somehow, some way, we're going to just keep it the same. And it's going to be frustrating. And what the sad part is, and again, whether you like Trevor, don't like Trevor, whatever you think of Trevor Lawrence, we have now just squandered away 4 years of Trevor Lawrence's career.
Well, and as terrible as he's being labeled this year, listen, Hick, I mean, at the end of the day, you just can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
He's not the reason we're losing. I think that what bothers me is we distract from the real problems when you say that, because at the end of the day, on a bad team where things haven't gone well, 8 games in, half of the season, Trevor's 8th in passing yards. He's 10th in passing yards. He's 10th in passing touchdowns. He's 4th in fewest interceptions, and he's 8th in QBR. Is he the best in the league? No. But that's top 10. That's what top 10 is. Not in wins, though.
Yeah, and he's also number 1 in turnovers.
No, he's not.
Well, not this year.
Well,
but
that's what we're talking
fumbles
about.
lost. I mean,
in his career, sure.
And then yesterday was a great example. And the Trevor apologists, man, you guys have gotten puffing that chest out, man. I mean, look,
This dynamic shouldn't exist.
There's no denying that Trevor Lawrence cost the team 14 points. There's no denying that. And yet...
Well, they cost him 7. There is denying that the defense takes over at the 35 and you give them 7.
Was it the 35
Yeah.
or the 28? But
either
whatever
way, that's not a sure touch. The 5-yard line, you bet. That loses the game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, everybody...
certainly...
Jordan Love just gave away 7 the play before.
Yeah, certainly you could have stopped him at any point in time, but that doesn't happen around here. But... Boy, I guess it's just we like Trevor, we hate Doug because Doug didn't sit there and go, well, Trevor did great on that last drive.
Yeah,
I'm sure Doug's ticked at him a little bit. I got no problem with that.
I'm not, I'm not as ingrained into those reactions about not being on social media, but. And again, it's just you can't say they're 2-6. He's not a top 10 quarterback. Okay, then Joe Burrow isn't either. He's 3-5. Y'all can't have it both ways. We shouldn't be having this argument. It's damaging, it's toxic, it's distracting. There shouldn't be Trevor apologists and Trevor supporters. Mm-hmm. It's stupid.
Dig into the...
we act like Byron Leftwich is our quarterback. We're week to week trying to figure it out.
It's time to get a little hectic.
Hey.
Yeah, it's time to get a little hectic. The Jags were skyrocketing last week, coming off that big New England win. They had vaulted all the way to number 27, 27 in the power polls. Without further ado... Oh, I'm sorry. I jumped the gun on you. It's what I do. I don't care. Sometimes we operate like the Jags around here. I just kind of freelanced my play call, and unfortunately, we've got a delay of game penalty.
Right on brand.
Yeah, they wanted
with the Jags. The official station of the Jags. Delay a game.
Today's Power Poll is brought to you by Royal Pest Services Jacksonville.
Check. Wave off. 50's the mic. All right, last week they were 27th. What are they this week, E?
29.
Yeah, they're 27. Winner. Drop the mic. They're the same as they were last week. They played a good team close. Mm-hmm. Other good teams lost, so they're 27. That's about where they are.
At 32, it's the Slee Stacks Club. Despite his heart of gold, his team's not very good, and the Panthers are 1-7. They lost to the Denver Broncos 28-14. At 31, after a 52-14 thumping at the hands of the Detroit Lions, are the Tennessee Titans. They are 31st. At 30, at 2-6, it's the it's not the Jets, it's not the Giants, it's not the Patriots, it's the Jaguars. Jaguars are number 30. You're both wrong. They've fallen all the way to 30.
I just don't know how you can be behind the Patriots. You just beat them last week. I just don't get it. It's just silly.
You got to learn the poll. You got to feel the poll. You don't feel it.
No, I feel it.
You got to feel the poll.
It's been 1 week. I'm not talking about 8 weeks ago.
Yeah. You got to feel. You said there's a mic drop. You got to feel the poll, and you didn't feel it, and now you're wrong. D-Rock Best Offseason Edition wide receiver Brian Thomas Jr., 33 catches, 573 yards, 5 touchdowns, on pace to break the franchise rookie receiving record set by Justin Blackmon. Alan Hearns suffered a chest rib injury against Green Bay. 17.4 yards per catch. Beautiful. Beautiful stuff from Brian Thomas Jr. So,
what's the line on the game this weekend?
That's a great. Yeah. What do you think it is? Capper?
7.
7.
That's what I think it is.
I'm gonna go 8.5.
That's a lot for.
I know it is.
It won't be that much. It'll probably be less than the 7. Probably be 6.5.
Yeah, but I'm gonna try it.
All right, Jags at
I'm gonna try it.
Eagles. It is 7.5. 7.5.
7.5.
I'd play it. I'd lay it. This team kitty cat mewing for some fresh milk. Their little tongues lapping it up. They're not going to win. They're going to show up as the same gutless effort we see week after week.
Yeah.
No compulsion to win. The defense, you're all earning it. You're just an abject embarrassment, man. I wouldn't play high school football and leave a game any more embarrassed than you people should. But you don't, because you got all that cash. You say the right thing, and you complain after the game, and then you get in your car just like you work at Publix and, had a cleanup on aisle 4. You go home. It don't matter to you. The guy in section 12 is bleeding more than you are. And it's the perils of being a sports fan. We put so much into these dudes that honestly you can't help sometimes but feel like they care less than you do.
If they lose to the Vikings and the Texans at home,
That might be Bloody Monday. That might be a Black Monday. You probably can't survive that.
Yeah. It's just I don't know. He doesn't fire during the season. I long for the preseason.
Urban got it during the season.
The championships that we won back in August. Perfect 3-0 record that we put up. Everybody telling us how good we were going to be. All the gems that were being unearthed by this
last year.
No, this year.
I don't think we ever
beat
bought
the
in.
Chiefs. We beat the Bucks. We beat the Falcons.
In the preseason.
We hung the banner.
Yeah. But it looks sketchy because when the first team against first team, the other team would drive, right?
Then we start the year. We can't beat the Dolphins or the Browns.
Yeah, it's just two fumbles inside the 5, one going in, one coming out.
Clearly the team not wavering in lack of confidence goes up to Buffalo and
just got embarrassed.
No, they did.
Yeah, no, they embarrassed themselves.
Then they went to Houston.
Again, they don't play. Listen, you can take it how you want. Call it toxic. I don't give a damn. It's a man sport, Dan Hicken, where grown-ass men get mad and beat on each other. So at the end of the day, it's put a testosterone chart down at the stadium. Boys, this is the growth chart. Up here are the men with hair on their chest.
Yeah.
Beards. And down here are y'all.
Oh, dear.
Pushed around. Run away from and run over. That's what you are. In the manliest freaking profession in the country, there you are.
This is The Drill on 1010XL 92.5 FM.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Hey folks, this is Dave Benyon with my son Ammon here from Zero Res. Ammon, you've been cleaning air ducts for a while now. What are some of the reasons customers might consider getting their air ducts cleaned?
There are many reasons. Many times, people suffer needlessly from poor indoor air quality produced by the conditions in their air system. Construction dust, the presence of bacterial growth, and years' worth of buildup all come together to make your air ducts a pretty gross place. If you suffer from allergies, have recently moved, recently remodeled, or have never had your air ducts cleaned, then now is the best time to call. By calling Zero Res, you'll have the peace of mind of knowing that you called the best of the best. Our state-of-the-art truck mount system and top-of-the-line service representatives simply can't be found anywhere else. Google Zero Res and read thousands of 5-star reviews.
So what kind of deals can I expect?
Just mention that you heard us on the radio, and we'll give you $100 off your air duct cleaning.
Wow, that sounds like a pretty great deal. Remember, folks, Zero Res,
spelled forward or backwards, it's the right way to clean.
CEROREC. Zero Res.
Man, couldn't be any happier than to join the George Moore Chevrolet family. When I say family, man, that's how you're going to be treated when you visit that beautiful showroom off Atlantic Boulevard. No pressure. Just friendly help, man. I got my boy Blue. I love him. Went over to the service department last week. They serviced me up about an hour. It was fantastic. And it's what I appreciate. That's why they're number one in service, number one in sales, number one in everything over there. And whatever you want, a car, truck like me, SUV, electric, pre-owned, George Moore Chevrolet's got it. If you can't make it over to Atlantic Boulevard, don't worry. MooreChevy.com. Easy to navigate because it's more with an E. Sales, service, parts. George Moore Chevrolet, gang. Together, let's drive.
Okay, listen up, team. They're out to test our reputation as the best plumber in Jacks, so we gotta play like the experts we are. When customers call with leaky faucets, broken water heaters, toilet repairs, broken pipes, or any other challenge, we'll give them the solution fast. Now, who are we?
Roland Reese Plumbing!
I can't hear you.
Roland Reese Plumbing!
Now that's what a winner sounds like.
Customers always win with Roland Reese Plumbing at plumberinjacks.com.
15,000 workers. I'm Brian Rose from Remedy Staffing. We survey 15,000 blue-collar workers each year to better understand what drives quality and dependability in our workforce. The survey shows when looking for a new job, the initial pay rate, job security, and safety while working are the most important factors for hourly workers. If you're an employer and would like to learn more about the voice of the blue-collar worker, please call us at 904-528-1933.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
This is Chelsea with Renewal by Anderson Custom Windows and Doors. Here's what people are saying about working with us.
Installers were professional, courteous, and efficient.
Great customer service.
on time, explained the process, and walked me through the installation. Amazing team.
Our experience with Renewal by Anderson was outstanding from the beginning to end.
Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit rbafla.com.
License number CGC 1527613.
Renewal by Anderson, custom windows and doors.
It's about the hunt.
Captain Kevin Favor here with Captain Kirk and Jeff Lagerman. We take you from the water to the woods.
On the Nimnicht Outdoors Show. Presented by Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic and Air Conditioning.
Let's go to the woods, y'all.
Saturday mornings from 7 to 10 on 1010XL.
Joint replacement surgery is always a tough decision, but relief from chronic pain may be just around the corner. Dr. George Barra here, and there's a lot to consider to make sure you get the proper diagnosis and best path back to the range of motion and mobility you had. Age, lifestyle, and overall health all play a part. Let the team at Barra Orthopedics give you a full analysis to help you make the best decision. Log on to barriorthopedics.com or call the office to make an appointment. With offices across Jacksonville and ready to help you feel good again, we'll get you back on the road to recovery at Barra Orthopedics.
If you're like most Americans, you have a ton of credit card debt and you're paying insane interest rates on that debt every month. Same for car loans and personal loans. Stop getting ripped off. Let Loan Pronto consolidate that debt for you at a significantly lower rate using the equity in your home. Hey, it's Prosser here, and Loan Pronto's Express Equity Line of Credit can get you up to $500,000. So you can consolidate your debt in as fast as 5 days. Their average client saves over $1,000 every month by doing this. Right now is the best time to act. With an Express Equity Line of Credit, you can access up to 90% of your home's equity, usually without an appraisal. Don't put it off. Get your financial house in order for the new year and call Loan Pronto now to see what you can save. It's a free quote and there's no credit pull, unlike the other guys. Call now, 904-999-1508 or go to loanpronto.com. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Mark Watson with Hardball Creative. Are the company's Zoom calls getting boring? Might be a good time to order some new logo caps or temporary tattoos. Check them out online at hardballcreative.com.
Hardball Creative. Hardball does it all.
If you're ready to transform your yard with a fence that stands out, elevate your curb appeal with Superior Fence and Rail. Superior takes pride in offering first-class service, friendly installers, and unmatched fence products. Mention this ad and get $250 off your next project. It's time to get off the fence and call today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguar head coach Doug Peterson continues to try and figure out the team's slow start.
It took us into the second quarter against New England to get going, and it took us about to the 14th play of this game, starting like the way we finish. That would be ideal.
Former Jag and NFL Network reporter Bucky Brooks sees the Jag issues as mostly self-inflicted.
Same story, different game. It appears that, man, we just cannot get out of our own way, and it's frustrating because the team is much better than the record would indicate.
Jaguars are monitoring the health of rookie standout Brian Thomas Jr. heading into their matchup versus Philadelphia. Thomas is tied for 6th in the NFL in receiving yards and 4th with 5 touchdowns. That's your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguar update. I'm Sam Nelson.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Back on a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. I guess we shouldn't be all that surprised. Watching the season, it didn't show up maybe as much, but watching the postseason, it's pretty clear. The American League is impotent. I mean, the National League's so much better than the American League. We shouldn't be surprised that the Yankees are falling to the Dodgers. We're talking about a franchise that built its entire legacy, on a 30-year period back in the middle of the century. They had a nice run there in the 90s and 2000s. They won 4 or 5 World Series. But, you take away the Depression era, and the Yankees are just a squad, through the 50s and 60s. But right now, watching New York just sleepwalk out of the postseason, it's not surprising. It's what they do. It's what they become. There'll be no comeback. The Yankees haven't proven they can flip that switch. They haven't done it at all in the last 8 years. So now down 3-0 against the World Series MVP Freddie Freeman and the Dodgers. The curtain's going to close on 2024, and it's going to look a lot like the first 7 years of the Aaron Judge era. He's going to have a weak postseason, and they're going to be done without winning their 28th championship.
Yeah, it's been, I'm
ticked at them because they've not given me any kind of World Series because they stink.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I think there's 5 teams in there. I'd say my Braves, if they had Chris Sale, would beat the Yankees. The Dodgers, the Padres, the Mets, the Phillies. They wouldn't even be top 5 in a power poll. They're terrible. How did they get to the World Series? It's got to be the American League.
After the Mets swept the Yankees this year, 4 straight.
You beat them all 4?
Yeah.
Doesn't surprise me. We beat them 2 out of 3. They're no good.
Luis Severino was asked about the team, and he said, well, they got 2 hitters in that lineup. Well, he was wrong. Or you got the 2 hitters wrong. It's not Judge and Soto. It's Stanton and
Stanton got hot.
Stanton and Soto. Judge is an abject disaster, and apparently, as I go now and call this up, and certain guys, I mean, the Yankees have been in the postseason in 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 24 while Aaron Judge has been there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They always overpower some little lightweight, and then they get to a good team. And so recently, it's like they can't beat the Astros.
He's hitting 196 in the postseason.
Yeah,
he's got 15 home runs, but he's played in 18, 27.
And listen, part of this is just a little bit of
45,
bitterness because I was into the World Series as much as I can be with really the 2 most hated teams in my pantheon playing against each other. And the Yankees, that first game was a great game. They showed up, I guess, that game. But the Dodgers, I know it got nervous in the bottom of the ninth if you waited that long. Right. The Dodgers, by my view, dominated game 2. And last night they jumped on them, and the Yankees can't get a big hit. They strike out.
Did get screwed by an umpire.
Which play?
Gleyber Torres was up with Soto on deck, 2 guys on, 3-2 count, ball 4 high.
They called a strike.
Strike 3.
Yeah.
Rung him up. And it didn't touch the box.
I'm surprised Aaron Boone didn't get run because man, if you follow baseball all year like I do, it's a story once every 2 weeks with Boone and the umps. He gets on him, he gets kicked out and stuff. I like Aaron Boone, and I don't. This Yankee team, among all the Yankee teams, is more likable than some of the others to me. But this is just weak sauce, man. Next time, let another National League team go if that's how you're going to play.
Well, we got some off the field news.
Yeah.
Is it the 30 or the 50?
Yeah. What's that?
Are we going to the 30 or the 50 here?
No, we're good.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, good.
Man, whatever you're gonna say, Dan, I already got that noted, man.
Well, I need let me in your little
one of your most favorite people.
She's having my baby.
Kardashian?
No.
Taylor?
What a lovely
you
way
might dislike
to
her more
say
than all.
how much
What?
I love you.
More than the Kardashians?
Yeah.
She's having my baby. That's what the jiu-jitsu singer is singing this morning.
Is it a male singer or a female?
The person you dislike is female.
Okay.
Thank goat and jiu-jitsu.
Jiu-jitsu trainer.
Is this I don't know who you all are talking about. I don't know how this can be someone I dislike. I can't even come up with.
Yes.
Who is it?
He doesn't like a lot of people.
I guess so. You're telling me this is one of my all-timers and I can't.
Yeah, this is.
Okay, hold on. I mean, I can't get past the coven, dude. The females stay out of my.
44 years old. She's with child.
She's with child.
Yeah. Yeah, with the jiu-jitsu man.
Oh, Giselle?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't dislike Giselle. I just call a spade, and she's running around with that boy since the Brady days. That's all. And they acted like all, prim and proper. No, you're not.
Brady posted.
She's having a baby at 44.
She's with child.
Oh, landslide lyrics. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love? Can the child within my heart rise above? Can I sail through the changing ocean tides? Tom Brady, a little cryptic on the ground. Brady and Boonchi have 2 children. That's Ben and Vivian. And Brady also has, of course, his son Jack. And now Giselle will bring the children another little one, a little brother or sister. As the reports are, she did give Brady advance notice. By the way, I'm pregnant. So yeah.
That seems strange, seeing that she was never having sex with him. So how did that happen?
Not until after they broke up.
Sure, yeah, those jujitsu.
Yeah,
She divorced him because he said he was going to play football again, not because of the intense personal training that was going on in the west wing of the compound over there in Tampa.
Dear.
Yeah, it wasn't because of any of those jujitsu moves she was learning.
She wouldn't pay attention.
Yeah.
He wouldn't pay attention to her. He kept going back to football. It's true love.
Yeah.
You don't pay
Good for
attention
him.
to your dime, another man will.
Oh.
Yeah, when you're married that many years, have that many kids, maybe there's some assumption that if you work one more year, you ain't going to sleep with a jujitsu dude.
I'm sorry, I've been holding this one out. Dear Drill.
Oh.
I've fallen for my jujitsu trainer.
My husband's great. He makes trillions of dollars.
But he doesn't pay attention to me, and his true love is his passion of
Is a pig.
football.
Is a pig. It's wrapped in pigskin.
What should I do? Trapped in Sao Paulo.
Yeah, run.
GB.
Yeah, do him a favor and leave him. How about that? Yeah. Brady seems to be doing okay through it all.
You think he's
I
all
won't
right?
worry about these kids and their trillions of dollars and having your baby at 44. I mean, God bless you. Oof.
They
run into like some health complications that late.
They got on Brady because of a word choice he had this weekend.
Yeah, I saw this and I didn't agree with it, but I don't remember what it was.
It was spaz.
Yes, stop it.
Come on, man.
Yeah, man, we're going over everything. Y'all need to stop. Y'all are the evil ones, by the way. When you hear those words and you conjure it up against some group, the people who said it didn't intend it that way, that makes you the weirdo, okay?
They say it's a controversial term.
What
It's
you
a
said?
controversial term.
How?
Wouldn't
How?
that be? Somebody's got to keep me up to date on these words.
I've never known that. Like, sometimes there's a medical word that becomes kind of a slurish word and we leave it go, like the R word.
Yeah.
It was never, but this, no. Stop it. You can't have them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't say spaz.
You spaz out. And, I mean, a spaz, I'm sure, is short for spasm. And I in no way at all do I find that to be a tragic subject, spasms.
Beyonce and Lizzo took the word out of their songs after disability activists protested.
Good for
against
y'all.
them.
We don't. That's not how we play in football games.
Yeah.
So, Lizzo, you knock yourself out. Tom, you stand true. And I can't imagine if you have a disability and you're dealing with all of life's challenges.
Yeah.
I would suggest not worrying about something so small and little as that one.
That's a little.
I mean, really.
Keep me
you got
abreast.
enough on your plate, maybe, to worry about somebody said the word spaz on a song or
Keep
something.
me abreast of the situation.
Now, it'd be one thing how you use it. Don't get me wrong. I can find a way where spaz indeed would be insulting, but not just as an offshoot. Come on, man.
Yeah. So
I don't think you can. In fact, I disagree. And whoever called a mental person a spaz, like a real handicapped person, I've never heard that. Have you? I've always heard spaz as somebody who's just losing their mind. I spaz out every morning.
That's fair. That's fair.
They're all taking a pass. They're like, let this go. Let's move.
I was trying to gulp my water.
Okay.
Gotcha. I'm trying to get to this other story I wanted to ask you about the culture because there's
culture's off the chain.
Culture questions, man.
I mean, we got some sort of crazy murder scheme thing going on here that I'm trying to get.
Come up with these things.
Yes, about Lil Durk.
Lil Durk.
I mean, who is Lil Durk?
Well, he knows him, so.
But you don't know, so.
Because
I'm going to say this.
I want to learn.
You get a little. You like to point out things on other people's appearance or
I like
fashion.
to learn, right?
But I have one for you.
Open-minded.
Have we made some sort of conscious styling decision?
Who?
You.
Why?
With the hair. Did you? Yes or no? Because if you did, you'll know what I'm talking about. If you don't, I'll just let it go.
No.
Okay. I'll let it go. I'll ask you later.
Yeah. Lil Durk allegedly lost his phone days before the arrest on murder for hire charges. Quando Rondo is speaking out. What happened with that? Who's Quando Rondo?
Quando Rondo is apparently the ops of Lil Durk.
Oh, he did the dirty?
Well, his team.
Oh, okay.
Part of his team.
Quando Rondo is Lil Durk's cousin.
No.
Is that right?
No.
No.
That's the ops.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the other
his
side.
cousin got murdered.
Yeah. No. Dirk's buddy got murdered.
Quando Rondo has broken his silence on Lil Durk getting arrested over the murder of his cousin Lil Pab.
Oh, okay.
Lil Pab.
So that's some other stuff. See,
and his comments are what fans were probably expecting. While promoting his new single, Life Goes On, over the weekend, the Georgia rapper shared a few words on Instagram preaching the forgiveness and positivity.
These kids, man.
I've learned a couple of things as I bounce around the internet the last couple of days.
Yeah.
Would you like me to share them with you?
Okay.
Are we not done with Lil Durk and Quando Rondo? Or
He just doesn't get us.
This surprised me. You know, I get my YouTube poll questions. I'm going to give you guys the multiple choice. I'm going to see if you, like me, missed the question.
Bet.
When did the NBA institute the preseason? 1986, 1998, 2004, 2009. When did the NBA... First of all, I would have guessed 1950. Would have been my first guess. 1986, 98, 04, 09. When did the NBA preseason begin?
No idea.
Yeah.
86.
I would have said, because I don't ever remember Jordan or anybody playing in the preseason. So I would have
there you go.
I would have went 98.
It's 09.
Okay.
There's no need to have an NBA.
Yeah, but it's just strange to me that the preseason started there. And then I'm going to ask you this. I was looking at some of the best it was breakout contenders in college basketball. Alex Condon, shout out. When I came up with this, are you guys aware that Edgerrin James has a son that plays college basketball?
Oh, basketball.
Yeah,
no.
plays college basketball last year, 8.8 points, 2.1 assists, plays for Cincinnati. Supposed to be a real breakout candidate this year. You guys want to give me Edge's son's name, please?
Rondo James?
No.
Huh?
No.
Do you know what it is?
No, I don't.
Jizzle James. Little Jizzle James.
That got to be a nickname.
Huh?
Well,
right here, SI.com, my brother, pointing him out as the breakout star. Jizzle James. Get a little jizzle with it.
Edge.
Jizzle James.
We got to take a break. We got to head to the 9 o'clock nasty. We want to got early
Oh,
on that
my gosh.
one.
I hope
This is
not.
the drill.
The Drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
Have breakfast with 1010XL on game day.
What's that supposed to mean?
It's a game day buffet.
That smells good. What is that?
It's the Terminix Kickoff Show.
Presented by
Clearwater Irrigation and Gatorade. 5 hours before kickoff on 1010XL. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and YouTube. Brought to you by MyBookie. Experience Vegas from the comfort of your phone anytime, anywhere. Sign up today. Use promo code 1010XL.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hacker here, and guys, the countdown is over. I didn't just hit the 100-pound mark. I blew past it thanks to Awaken 180 weight loss. 107 pounds gone just like that. More weight than a quarter keg of beer. Speaking of beer, here's where it gets fun. We're throwing a big celebration at Mr. Chubby's Wings in Ponte Vedra Beach. Yeah, you heard that right. A weight loss party at Mr. Chubby's. The irony's juicier than their wings, but here's the thing. I can celebrate at Mr. Chubby's and still keep the pounds off. If you didn't know, yes, wings are still on the menu while losing weight with Awaken 180 weight loss. Join me in 1010XL on November 9th for the Florida and Texas game, and you could win a spot at my table. Food is included. There'll be ticket giveaways and more for the celebration. If I can shed a whole Mr. Chubby and still throw a party at one, what's holding you back? Call Awaken 180, 844-346-1800, or hit up Awaken180weightloss.com, and let's get it done.
Hey, get here with a message from Zero Res, man. They've been cleaning carpets in Jacksonville for 20 years, and Dave Benyon, his family, and staff are grateful. And they're grateful, and they appreciate you. They're great customers. And with October being birthday month for Zero Res, here's what we're doing. Just say happy birthday, Zero Res, and you get $50 off. That's $50 off carpet, tile and grout, upholstery, area rugs. Zero Res, man. You spell it forward. Zero Res, you spell it back. It's the right way to clean.
Poker players, brace yourselves. The World Poker Tour storms into Best Bet Jacksonville October 31st to November 19th, and the forecast calls for massive prize pools. Event 1 has a cool $200,000 guarantee. Event 6, a downpour of $300,000. And the main event, a flood of a $1 million guarantee. WPT Championship satellites are already brewing. Don't get left high and dry. Head to bestbetjacks.com for details. That's bestbetjacks.com.
The flagship station of the Jacksonville Jaguars. WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
You don't have to be a football star to get a signing bonus. The team at Republic Services needs your skills, and they're paying up to $5,000 for you to join the roster. You'll be joining a winner. As an essential business, the Republic Services trucks have not stopped rolling with hourly and weekly pay and better benefits and vacation packages than the rest of the league. Driver trainees, $1,000 sign-on bonus. CDL drivers, $3,000. Diesel mechanics, $5,000 bonus. Join the winning team at Republic Services today. Visit republicservices.com.
Equal opportunity employer. This is Hayes Carline for First Florida Credit Union. I bank with First Florida Credit Union because I trust them. I can always count on them when it comes to the vast services they provide. First Florida Credit Union was voted Best Bank in the 2024 Best of Bold City Community Choice Awards, and it's easy to see why. I go to the branch off 210 in St. Johns County and the new Durbin location, but they have 10 branches in the Jacksonville area. You need to be banking with First Florida Credit Union. They're enriching people every day. Federally insured by NCUA, Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Multi-unit hair grafting is now available at IHRS and can give you 3 times more hair in one procedure over a traditional hair transplant.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
You can grow your hair back with this exclusive new procedure. Call for a free evaluation. Call IHRS 904-777-IHRS 777-IHRS 777-4477.
This election, if you want someone who will take care of the messes, someone who isn't afraid to get dirty and work in the trenches, someone who will pump out the problems and prevent future ones, vote for the Duck.
Need your septic tank serviced? Call DuckDuckRooter, your 5-star Google-rated septic company. Visit DuckDuckRooter.com.
I approve this message.
When you're stuck, call the Duck. DuckDuckRooter.com.
Want to be up close and personal with the Jaguars as they take the field? Here's your chance to be in the shadows, outside the Jaguars locker room, now called the Vault. Enter today at everbank.com/shadows. One winner and a guest for every home game at Everbank Stadium. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to legal residents in 50 United States and D.C. 18 and older. Entry periods for the Shadow Sweepstakes promotion from 8/19/24 to 12/15/24. For official rules and complete details, visit everbank.com/shadows. Sponsored administrator, Everbank NA, member FDIC.
Does the building you go to work in every day need a little love and attention? Jason Parker here with Performance Painting. Great companies take great care of the buildings their staff and customers walk into every day. If the building you're in doesn't match the vision you have for your company, we can help. Go to performance-painting.com. Our highly trained team makes the difference. Quality coatings applied with pride.
Performance Painting.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Advanced Business Solutions. The last 3 seasons have seen Florida lose to Georgia by a combined score of 119-47. Head coach Billy Napier remarked on the need to start fast this year.
Yeah, starting fast in general, I would say, in the game of football is really important. These games are no different. And the key is that we are ready to play from a fundamental standpoint.
The Noles have turned the page on the loss to Miami, looking to Saturday's contest against North Carolina. The head coach Mike Norvell, perhaps it's their second win.
Our focus goes into this week is to go get it done. Ultimately, the performance of what we do and going to make sure that shows up on Saturday.
Our in-state NHL team saw the Tampa Bay Lightning defeat the Nashville Predators, and the Florida Panthers got the victory over the Buffalo Sabres. And that's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 9 a.m., it's 69 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Flip back, yeah, you can find us where the party's at. This is how we roll. We hanging around, singing down everything on the
This is how we roll.
Georgia line, I'm assuming. That's what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's like a plan. So, many moons ago, when Dan and I were still producing creative, lively, energetic sports content for you, at that time, viewing and listening audience, I guess. We decided to come up with this great idea. What must it have been, Dan? Probably like mid-2000s, 2005 or so?
Great question.
Probably about 2005, because we were at the toaster over there at the morning show with Bernie and the vampire son. So we were working there, and then we were doing TV together and Sports Final, and we decided to come up with a great idea that we would contact a local RV company and kind of as a trade promotion, we'd drive the RV down there and park it. Actually, we'd have one of the, master control operator, one of the engineers drive it down there and park it for us. And then we would just hang down and do the sports cast from RV City and sleep in it and do the radio show from RV City. And it just was abject madness because everyone didn't take long before everyone and their mother knew we were there. You remember Hick trying to sleep and they'd just be banging on the RV at night? We ended up staying, I think, actually sleeping overnight just once.
One night.
But and then we partied and did the whole thing. It was all shtick, but the real fun began in the cleanup.
Oh, boy.
So the game comes on Saturday, and everything's terrific, right? And the game goes, and then everyone leaves out of town, and so suddenly there's Dan and I's RV. We had done, the early news at 6, with Jags out of town probably, or maybe we're off that week. And, well, now we got the issue. We got to go get that RV, and we got to get her back home.
We got to get that thing. We got to navigate.
Take it back to RV City or wherever it is we got it from.
That's a problem.
And so Dan, and now understand that, at this time, especially, it's a long time ago. Neither one of us is very proficient, I would say, in RV, driving.
Yeah.
Right? We'd never driven one before. Ever.
I can handle it.
And by the way, the engineers had come and they had parked it and they'd set it up because it has a canopy and a porch. Well, the first
an awning.
Yeah, an awning. Well, the first problem came when we couldn't figure out how to get the awning up, and so we ultimately just chose brute force and broke the damn thing in half and shoved it up underneath the canister.
That didn't go well.
And then against my better judgment, I let Hicken drive, and I remember going over that Matthews Bridge, literally fearing for my life that he was going to tumble it right off the side.
I got it over that sucker.
He did. He got it over. We took that baby over there, Arlington Expressway somewhere. We, like thieves in the night, dropped it off, sprinted to the key box. Threw it in there and left. Never heard anything about it.
I think we did okay.
I think the salespeople may have had to pay for a broken awning. I don't know. But we could not get that on. We are dumb, boy. And there was no YouTube then. I had to get the awning up. No, we tried. I don't know. Our patience, probably 5 minutes.
You know what happens 1 week from today?
1 week from today, we vote. It's voting day.
Is that what it's a life-altering event?
Well, it's not voting day then. I mean,
1 week from today. What will you be watching at 7 o'clock at night? Will you be watching the results roll in?
From the election?
From the election.
Okay.
We're voting for president next week.
Yeah. Those, the locals intrigue me more.
Or
they matter.
Will you be watching the initial college football playoff ranking?
I probably neither.
Makes its debut next Tuesday at 7 o'clock.
Well, that's great. Can I get a pop quiz music, please?
Oh, I love me a pop quiz music. Love it.
Okay.
Love it.
Before I start, I am gonna do you a solid. Okay. And I'm gonna do it just to.
I love solids.
Well, it's fair because we in no way at all have transitioned to this sport yet, and so just to throw something out there out of nowhere, I feel would not be fair. And unlike you, I don't like to set you up for failure. I like to see you succeed.
Yeah. Appreciate it.
So, as part of that, I'm going to do you this favor. I'm going to read last year's, and there's a reason for this.
Okay.
I'm going to read last year's SEC basketball standings. Okay?
Last year's
I'm going to read
SEC
you. Last year, this is how the conference played out last year in hoops.
Okay.
Tennessee, Kentucky, Auburn, Alabama, and South Carolina all finished the year top 25. Tennessee won the league 14-4. Yeah. Kentucky, Auburn, Bama, South Carolina all 13-5. Okay. Florida was 11-7. And then last year it went Texas A&M, LSU, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, Georgia, Arkansas, Vandy, Missouri, and the conference has added Texas and Oklahoma. Now, when the football...
Oh, hold on one second. Before we get to that, let's do that. But the Gator's been holding.
Oh, yeah.
Since the break, yeah.
Okay.
Let's pop him in.
And then we'll return to SEC basketball.
Yeah. Gator.
They want to talk about Jizzle James maybe or no?
I don't know. You never know. I don't know what's on that.
I have a question.
Okay.
Guys, for you, Googans. By the way, checking in from Seattle, Washington, where it's 47 degrees and raining. Right
Where are
now
you?
at,
Seattle?
Seattle. 6
Holy
o'clock in the
cow.
morning. Yeah. So you said that, Jeff, you said that the NBA preseason didn't start until when?
09.
98?
2009.
So I went to a preseason game, an NBA, maybe this was just exhibition.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. This was at the old Coliseum.
Yeah.
And I went there on a date in 92.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, why would I have gone to that? And it was Jamal Mashburn was playing.
Mavericks?
And I think the Mavericks were playing the Heat, if I remember correctly. And this had to be 92.
Yeah.
So maybe they just called it something different.
Maybe.
You guys probably covered that.
I think we did.
But,
That's right.
Yeah. I mean, I remember going to that.
Could it not have been a regular season game?
No, it was definitely not. It was a preseason game.
Maybe they just had like a couple of exhibition games, but not a preseason schedule. Like,
Could have been. I heard that. And I thought,
you're right, because I was there.
Dropped like $40 on that.
And it was packed too, remember?
Yeah, it was packed.
Yeah.
I was in the upper deck, at the old Coliseum, rattling around in there. And I just thought, well, what did they call that? And why'd they charge me if there was no such thing as a preseason?
I thought it'd be a
guys,
free scrimmage.
Serious question with USF's basketball coach passing away.
Yeah.
I've got tickets to that Florida USF game. There hasn't been any sort of altering to that or anything, has there? I mean, with him. Okay, well.
Not that we've heard of, by the way. I don't think.
Terrible that he's passed away, but I saw that and I thought, well, damn, I've got tickets to this game. I hope they don't cancel it.
Yeah. By the way, I'm glad you called. I just wanted to ask you your weekend plans. Will you get into the brown water? It's that time of the year.
This is where you always want to tell the story on
it. It's been 20 years. It's been longer than that.
Gator sitting on the
my son's 21 now.
Sitting on the curb into the brown water, telling people to take that L back to Athens.
Yeah. He drank too much brown water, and the boys were filing out, and Florida's beating Georgia. And I'm standing there in the parking lot, and I'm screaming, "Hey, why don't you take that big L and tie it to the top of your car and drive it back to Hey Hira or Moultrie?" And they got so angry that they threw a couple of bottles at me.
They didn't connect, did they?
No.
No.
He wouldn't have known if they did, by the way.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it's been 20 years, and Hicken likes to bring this up.
I do like to bring it up.
I paid for these sins over and over and over.
Yes, you do.
So, all right.
Be safe in Seattle. All right, there he goes, the Gator in Seattle. I like that. Now, what your pop quiz? Back to it. Fire.
Well, the world stopped spinning, and we send 14 people to SEC football media days. But quietly in the night, they held SEC basketball media days the last couple of days.
Okay.
And the reason I read that to you is I would like for you, as best you can, and I don't expect it to be perfect, but let's kind of set the pecking order to start. Give me the predicted order of finish in this year's SEC media days, and I'm only setting it up this way because there's one entry here that I got some hard questions. All right?
All right, well, I will. I do think, because I asked you this recently and I remember, so I do think Alabama will be the one.
They are number one.
Yeah,
they got all 14 first place votes.
All 14?
Yeah, at least this is
That's
the USA.
impressive.
This is USA Today's panel. This is not the entire media days. It's their people.
And then I would go with next one. I'd go with probably Tennessee.
Yeah, Tennessee's third. Auburn is second.
Okay.
With Bruce Pearl.
Oh, that's right. That's right, because they were both. That's right.
And then, careful what you wish for. Mm-hmm. This is what I brought it up. Number 4.
All right, let me guess. I'm going to go with a little surprise here. What about Cal and Arkansas?
Number 4 is Arkansas. Want to tell me where Kentucky is?
7.
7.
Okay.
And So you sent a coach to a lesser program, and he immediately has made them 3 positions better, but he wasn't good enough to be your coach.
Paging Kentucky Jeff.
Kentucky
Jeff.
That is a tough one, dude. And they all want him to go. I will root for Cal to win an Addy, just to shove it up Kentucky's rear end to show what a terrible mistake they made. All right.
Well, we talked about it in college football. You can get rid of your coaches. And again, Cal left on his own accord, but it was clear.
Yeah, he pushed him out. He did the Billy. So did Mike White.
You best make sure you have somebody who you think is better.
All right, number 5 and 6 have played a lot of meaningful games the last couple of years. We seem to have matched up and it's always like a last-second overtime game.
Yeah, we got to be 5 or 6.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
But the other one is the team that I swear the last 7 times we played them, it's like gone to overtime or been down to the wire, and it seems like we've lost almost all of them.
No.
I mean, we in the conference tournament a couple of times, in the regular season.
South Carolina?
Texas,
No.
they
Texas
fit.
A&M.
Texas A&M.
Yeah.
It's that same game every time.
Yeah.
They're number 6, and then Kentucky's 7. I won't share the rest. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Ole Miss is...
Who's last?
Last is Vanderbilt, which is up is down,
Who's their
down
coach?
is up. Stackhouse, no? Or did they fire him?
Oh, he gone. I think. Isn't he?
I don't know. I don't recall.
Mark Byington.
Yeah, I don't know.
Left James Madison. Mark Byington.
Georgia's 12, so I haven't exactly struck riches with Mike White to this point.
Mark Byington. I saw another. Oh, I got one for you too.
Mm-hmm.
I'll ask E first.
Okay.
E.
Oh.
You know the association.
Okay.
Who's the head coach of the Utah Jazz?
It's not Jeff Hornacek.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't think you'll know either, Pros.
I
unless
haven't
you've
seen.
him.
I've not seen him play in forever.
Because it's the guy who's your coach.
Yeah,
now.
Quinn Snyder.
Yeah.
Did the guy who replaced him stay there?
I know he's 36 years old.
Oh, I don't know that.
Young guy.
Yeah, who is it?
Will Hardy.
Yeah, Will Hardy is a
one of the Hardy boys. In fact,
I'm trying to think. No, Will Hardy is there's something. It's rattling though.
Is it?
Got too much going on today. It's rattling, but
think
Will
he's-
Hardy's a name. I can't remember.
I think Will is related to Kevin Hardy, the former Jags backer.
Not at all. I think
Pro Bowler.
Will Hardy.
Shout out KH. KH 51. Yeah.
I can't find any information on this Mavericks game in Jacksonville. It's annoying me.
Oh,
I'm
I
spoiled.
remember it though.
I'm spoiled with the internet. You expect it all.
All right, let's take a break. We'll keep it rolling.
It's Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday.
Ow!
On the drill.
They may not make a lot of plays.
Good snap. Good hold.
But sometimes they make the most important play.
One of the best kickers in the league year in and year out.
Listen for the Crown Royal Special Teams Player of the Game on 1010XL. The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Here's Linda Beaver.
Let's start the debate. Why would someone buy a new car from you? We have an exclusive 20-year, 200,000-mile warranty on every new vehicle. We offer a competitive wow price plus free oil changes. How much will someone get for their trade? We offer more than $4,000 over KBV value. Well, we never lose a trade over price. Okay, when is the best time to buy a car? Right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't matter which side you pick. At Beaver Toyota and Beaver Chevrolet, you get it all. Let us show you why we're the winning vote.
What's happening, sports bettors? It's your boy E to the T, and our listeners have been killing it in a year full of surprises. MyBookie is the one book that got your back. No fluff, no second guesses, just straight up action. Does your other sports bets pay out when you push on a bet? MyBookie pays you back. And if you're new to the game and not sure where to start, we've got you covered. Start out using my promo code 1010XL, and that'll double your bankroll with a 100% deposit right from jump. Here's a pro tip that'll get you rolling. The NFL teams with the powerhouse offensive lines are dominating the run game this year. And betting the game total unders has been printing money. Stack that on the MyBookie Risk-Free Thursdays. That's right, there's a new risk-free odds boost every Thursday. To find the bet, click the Bet Boost tab and scroll down. If it hits, you win. If it doesn't, MyBookie refunds you that bread bet. Sign up now and get double your deposit bonus with MyBookie. It's the best bet for Florida bettors. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Come on, somebody.
Wow, John, my Clearwater sprinkler system looks great.
All right, Frank, let's go ahead and program your Rainbird timer. How many minutes do you want the zones to run?
John, I think we run from the front 20, the sides 15, the back 10, the garden 5. Clearwater scores!
Well, that's a first, Frank, but you're the boss.
Clearwater Irrigation. We can't sing a lick, but we sure are good at sprinklers.
And drainage to
ClearwaterJacks.com.
D.V. Beatrice from Beatrice Plumbing here. A lot of plumbing companies say a lot of things. We focus on what customers say. Like who a few weeks ago, Donna, said the entire experience was the best fix-it experience she ever had. Or Chris, whose hot water went out on a Saturday and he thanked us for getting it fixed that night. Because that's the difference when you hire a real plumber. They show up to fix the problem. So next time you need a plumber, remember Beatrice Plumbing. Because real plumbers fix problems real fast.
It's the Gator Podcast Channel with Frank Frangie and me, Dan Hicken, on all things Gators. Hacker and Denny Thompson have Gator Bites, and you can find them wherever you find podcasts or at 1010XL.com. Presented by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
A lot of companies will tell you they're the best. At Custom Tree Surgeons, they show you every time. Custom Tree Surgeons has built an all-pro team. Every tree service professional has years of experience, continually trained and certified. They know what, when, and how to handle any job. It gets done efficiently and quickly by a team of experts. So for tree trimming, removal, stump grinding, and emergency services, forget any name other than Custom Tree Surgeons. There is no job they can't do better. Go to website CustomTreeSurgeons.com. That's CustomTreeSurgeons.com, and let them show you how the job is supposed to get done.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Will the Gators bring the swamp to the 904?
Yeah!
Or will the Dogs hedge another victory?
Oh, yeah!
Florida Georgia Week is celebrated by Kingfish Pest Control and Ackerman Urology and Cancer Center on 1010XL.
These are interesting economic times. That's why it's so important to have someone you can count on. That's ITP Partners. Jacksonville folks taking care of our Jacksonville money. Experience? You best believe you want to give your hard-earned money to folks you trust. Jeff Hartman, Chris Bryan, Dan Abel, Reed Wingate, Scott Regner, Janice Cobb, and Reagan Wright have the expertise and knowledge to help clients in their financial lives, focusing on investment management, financial planning, and risk management. ITP Partners, financial partners for life. Securities offered through American Portfolios Financial Services, Inc., member FINRA SIPC.
Hello, I'm Jerry Holland, Duval County Supervisor of Elections. Do you like lines? And I'm not talking about offensive and defensive lines. I'm talking about the long lines you will be standing in if you wait to vote on Election Day. If you're a Duval County voter, vote early at any of our 24 early voting sites. For more information, go to northfloridavotes.com to learn more. We'll see you at the polls.
Yo, this is Tony from Tony D's. Are you looking for a great slice of pizza? Well, we have about 12 varieties. Most places won't have slices of pizza after lunch. At Tony D's, you can get a slice all day. It's always fresh at Tony D's Pizza. Bay Meadows and 295.
Family owned and managed for 20 years, Hidden Hills Golf Club boasts a unique and welcoming golfing atmosphere. Visit us at hiddenhillsgc.com to book your next round on our Arnold Palmer signature course. You'll be glad you did.
The Jaguars are facing off against the Minnesota Vikings Sunday, November 10th for the Jag Salute to Service game. See the Shell White alternative helmets in action for the first time and join us in honoring our military all game long. Kickoff is 1 p.m. Don't miss this matchup and lock in your tickets now by visiting jaguars.com/tickets or call 904-633-2000. We'll see you at the bank.
1010XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, welcome back to the drill. Tell you one thing, I enjoy the social media for sports. I won't miss
the election season.
I mean,
can we just become a petty little bickering little
my
smart
God.
ass smug society?
And I apologize.
I
apologize, Googans, for my brothers and sisters in the media because some of them are the worst.
We'll be honest.
I mean, it's just the journalism is dead. Here's what I think.
It shouldn't be that way.
I care what you think.
Get a partisan feeling, you should have to go to a partisan event. You know what I mean? Like, if you want the Democratic talking points, then you should be at a rally at Riverside at a Democratic meeting or a Republican. If you want to promote it, I'm not saying you can't. The media should be both. They should point out the strongs and minuses of the opinions of each. They're not both singularly totally right.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing that they've chosen to go this route.
Oh, yeah, it's a mudslinging contest.
It's just but it's become the media. Fox News on this side, CNN, MSNBC on this one.
Yeah.
And it's just ridiculous. I mean, Walter Cronkite must be rolling over in his grave, Hick.
That's the way it is.
It's just,
Tuesday,
and
August
by the way,
15th.
it's a terrible. This is what sucks for our profession. It's a terrible disservice to us, the public, because they don't give you the accurate. There's plenty of info out there. You could do a really, really impactful, bang-up job in journalism today and age.
Before the World Series started, speaking of bang-up journalism, I'm starting to enjoy the boys, Jeets and Poppy and A-Rod. By the way, what a stellar lineup that is. Jeets threw out the first pitch last night, and they brought in, what's the guy's name? The guy used to, now batting, number 2, Derek Jeter. Remember he passed away? He lived to be like 100. What was his name?
It wasn't.
I don't want to say John Sterling because that's the guy who does it.
Yeah.
It was.
I want to say Joe Pepitone, but I know that's not him.
No.
He was the announcer.
Anyway, he threw out the first pitch.
Yeah. The PA guy, forever.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't throw out I thought you said he was dead.
Jeter threw out the first pitch. And they brought his voice in.
Oh, okay.
Bob Shepard.
Yeah. I know, now I know the name.
Now batting, number 2, Derek Jeter. Number 2.
Those dudes love those jobs, too.
Oh,
Go to the park every. What a great job that would be in retirement.
Oh, it'd be great.
Go to the Mets Stadium every night and just do the PA.
But anyway,
awesome.
so the pregame show was kind of up in the around the stadium, and the Yankee boys saw the guy. So they start this chant right during the Poppy sucks. Poppy sucks. Hey man, you show some love for Poppy.
Poppy clapped back, huh?
Poppy's having some fun, man. Poppy enjoys himself. And you got A-Rod trying to be funny. You got Poppy who's really funny. And you got Jeets who like rolls his eyes at everything.
Everything, yeah.
You know, like Jeets is like so serious about it all. Like he just, I'm not here to play the games. I'm here to talk baseball. You know what I mean? So, but it's a good combination. And
Jeets wouldn't do well with Shaq and Chuck.
Yes.
What happened?
Jeets would not do well with Shaq and Chuck.
No, that's how. And in fairness, Jeets, that's kind of what they want, that silliness.
Yeah, but they love Jeets. He's a good play off him because he's different. So they're not all trying to one-up each other.
I have a Shazam spotlight. Again, the attack of the officials. This is an all-timer.
Mm-hmm.
This is a good one. You ready?
The umpire last night blowing the call?
Well, no, beyond that. The Shazam Spotlight brought to you by ShazamAuto.com, the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Take that short drive. You will be glad you did because award-winning customer service, terrific deals, and just a staff down there in place that you're going to vibe with. It's the Murray Ford Superstore, Stark and Kingsland. Yeah, this is a new one on me. Joel Embiid has not played for the Sixers yet this year, Hick. Been listed out due to injury management through the first 3 games.
What now?
Joel Embiid.
What about him?
He has not played yet this year.
Yeah. He's got knee issues, dude. It's
know,
not load management.
Well, that's what they're calling it.
Yeah, that's a lie.
Yet somehow, despite not playing and being in street clothes the other day, Embiid managed to draw a technical in a game you're not even playing in. 16.4 seconds left in overtime of Sunday's win over the Pacers. Andrew Nembhard stepped into the free throw line to try and cut into the Philly lead. Embiid can be seen waving a towel in the background of the video, and once Nembhard misses the first attempt, the waving grows more animated. On Monday, days later, the NBA issued Embiid a post-game technical foul.
Yeah.
So how do you penalize that? Had it been called in gameplay, it actually could have meant quite a bit. Nembhard missed the free throw, but by making the second, he cut it to 2. Had he got another free throw off the technical, he could have either gone for the rebound or trimmed another point off. But so what happens now? It's basically a fine, and it counts toward that season total that will get you suspended at some point. There's the Shazam Spotlight. Getting a technical while you're not in the game, while the game's not even going on, but in film review on Monday.
Shazam. Let me ask you both a question. Joel Embiid signed a $195 million deal for 3 years. They play 82 games a year in the NBA, is that correct?
Yep. Yes.
That's 80, 160, 246. The 246 games, how many will Embiid play in the next 3 years?
How many games?
For his 246.
He'll play 110.
Okay. E?
About 150.
Yeah.
My
I'll go
question
closer to Jeff because I think he'll get it. I think he'll get a real injury and be out.
I don't say this like for income envy. I don't care what your net worth is. For the game, for the competition, for the product, the money's made it worse. It's made it worse. You can argue that it hasn't.
Yeah.
There are still those that are alpha dog competitors no matter how much they make.
But you lose some of
But
that.
by and large, it's ruined the sport, the money they're paying.
That's why
these
I
guys.
think that the Ant Edwards will be a real interesting guy to watch because
he likes to play.
He likes to play, but he's got his money, and I want to see how hard
Okay.
how.
Now, listen, the greats got the Jordan got the money, but it doesn't matter. But it just, it's ruined. Like, if I was in the Philadelphia media, it would be hard for me to not ask Joel Embiid, Joel, I'm just curious why Kareem and Akeem Olajuwon and Robert Parrish, and I'm just curious why all the other big men in history could play 82, but y'all can't.
Yeah.
Like, so that's my question. Wait, I know the answer. Because you have more money than you ever spend, and these boys were playing for a living. That's why.
Living, loving. 5 World Series rings. I'm just looking back at this Jeets and Ortiz and A-Rod show. 5 World Series rings, and you can tell Jeets is still bothered, forever haunted, by blowing that 3-0 series lead to Ortiz and the 0-4 Red Sox. And they say, and Poppy will never let him forget
It's
it.
the only time, right? Isn't that the only? It's the only 3-0 comeback in Major League history, right?
Yes.
It's happened in hockey a few times, but not much.
Yeah.
And it's happened in basketball ever. Do we have? I don't think we have any in basketball either. Any
No, I
3-0s.
don't think so. Mm-mm.
I think it's like 4. You think it happens a lot in hockey. I think there's like 3 or 4 in hockey and 1 in baseball. I think that's it.
Really?
I think so.
Of the 157 NBA teams that faced 3-0 deficit, 4 of them forced a Game 7, which they ultimately lost.
Yeah, they've never done it in the NBA.
Yeah.
And that's still the only time in baseball, 3-0. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I know that's
3-1.
true.
I know 3-1 is 3-1's hard. It's almost the same. But I know that's happened. The Braves came back on the Cardinals 3-1 one year back in the 90s.
And then 4 times in hockey.
4 in hockey. And that's the only time in baseball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 5 times in the history of the 7-game series has that happened.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Hard to win.
You think it would happen more?
You would, because it would. I definitely do. Because you get all these, you're getting 3 opportunities.
You always have all these weird things. Like, remember when the Astros and the Nats played the visitor won every game in 7 games?
You know what, though? Let me tell you why the stat's a little misleading. Okay? For it to even happen, you have to have a 3-0 lead.
Yeah.
It doesn't happen all that much.
Yeah.
Like, you probably go years of conference, although it's also conference finals. It's not just the championship round.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I'm surprised.
By the way.
And you said it's only 4 times only they've come back to force Game 7?
In the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy, huh? I think Doc was part of it. By the way, E.
Yep.
I know I'm happy we got our guy, Brian Thomas Jr.
Okay.
He's a good football player.
Right.
Really good football player.
Uh-huh.
There's someone out there, E, that could have set this city on fire.
Who you talking
Even
about?
more than BTJ.
You talking about neighbors?
Nope. The guy that we should have drafted. CDJ. You know it and I know it.
CDJ?
One for the culture. One for the jersey.
Cooper DeJean,
Yeah,
man.
baby. You see him ball out Sunday?
I see it, man.
Huh?
Are you for,
He shut
are you,
down
Are you
Jamar
for real
Chase.
suggesting you'd rather have CDJ than Brian Thomas Jr., the brightest,
Yes, I am.
The brightest
Yes,
spot
I
we've
am.
had all year?
Yes, I am.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I am.
Here's what's happened. Dan was conked on the head this morning. And so do not take
Hey,
what
did you
he's
see
saying
that play
about
he
Brian
made
Thomas
against
Jr.
Jamar Chase?
It was a stud play.
Huh?
Yeah, it was a stud play.
I've seen like 3 of them on tape this week. That
boy could hoop. He could ball.
He can ball.
Yeah.
You would have had the jersey.
Yeah.
Life would have been good. We would have had the Cooper DeJean show here. We would have played him in.
He's our best bright spot. I will not allow this.
Well.
They should have traded. Tell me they should have traded up.
Yeah.
But don't tell me they shouldn't have taken Brian Thomas Jr.
CDJ.
He's the best draft pick we've had in years.
I know.
CDJ.
Baller, man. You're gonna see on Sunday. You'll come back and say, "Hick."
Oh man, firsthand.
Huh?
Hey,
what do you think?
That would be fun to watch. BTJ against CDJ.
I know.
Ooh.
I know. I'll eat my words.
Well, BTJ's got a boo-boo. He's not gonna play for a while.
No, he said he's MRI didn't show nothing. Got to play.
All right, good. Yeah, you need him.
I mean, you can't be sitting there making excuses for him. It's a big showdown against
Excuses.
CDJ.
He's been the best player on the team. He's been the most exciting thing to watch.
That's why we got a bad team. We need better players.
Are you Listen, there are going to be some poor sap out there driving right now thinks that you're not playing a bit. You're going to lose all credibility you have remaining. Quit it.
All right, I got credibility.
Did you see the break the Gators have caught on the targeting? 2 Georgia players were kicked out in the second half for targeting, and they are going to have to miss the first half of the Gator game. And I was watching the Texas Vandy game. One of their big boys got kicked out in the second half for targeting. He'll miss the first half of the Florida game next week because
they're off.
Texas is off.
Well, that's great.
And now if we could just target maybe another 24-25 Bulldogs, I'd give us a fighting chance. I tell you what it reminds me of. It really does remind me of when Spurrier was in Florida. Mm-hmm. The roles are reversed. And there'll be some years where we may play them close, but Georgia's going to win, 8 out of 10, 13 out of 15, 19 out of 24. That's where we're at until we get the right coach who can re-stagger, reignite the football program. But we had Doring on earlier. He's right. The best case scenario is Billy Napier proves that he's not the coach that he's looked like he is. That will be a failing mission. At some point, the Gators will have a new coach. This guy can't get it done. We'll see what effect this week has on that.
Hey, I'm making the call. New York City headlines next on The Drill.
The Drill on 1010XL. From the studios of Republic Services, we'll handle it from here.
Imagine driving a late model Corvette, BMW, Mercedes, Lexus, Honda, Chevy, Ford, and more, all at a fraction of the original sticker price. Visit Vaughn Motor Group's indoor showroom and browse a great selection of dream cars that are inspected with warranties. Before you make your next auto purchase, check out Vaughn Motor Group on San Jose Boulevard or at vaughnmotorgroup.com for a complete inventory listing. If you can dream it, you can drive it at Vaughn Motor Group.
Hicken here for my friends at Lockhart Construction. Longtime Jacksonville business. Shane Lockhart, his dad, his guys, all from here, taking care of people who live here. People like the Hickens. We need a new bathroom. We used them. Lickety-split. They were great. Fast, friendly, affordable, clean. Everything you want when you're letting somebody into your home. Man, do they do great work. We used them again and again. My son Drew has used them. Did the whole siding on his house. I say you unlock better living with Lockhart Construction. No job too big. No job too small. If you have a remodel thought, construction idea, or a need, give Shane Lockhart a call. He'll call you back. 994-3865. Shane Lockhart and Lockhart Construction. 994-3865.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Ackerman Cancer Center offers women's health, diagnostic, and screening services, including contract-enhanced mammography and total body MRI. Early detection is the key. Visit AckermanCancerCenter.com.
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. November is Veterans Month, and Awaken 180 is honoring all active duty veterans and spouses with 15% off our entire program, plus the same free support for life all clients receive. Celebrate Veterans Month with 50% off at Awaken180weightloss.com.
It's football season, and Uber Eats is dropping undefeated deals on all your game day favorites. This week, score buy one, get one free spicy chicken sandwiches from Wendy's, only on Uber Eats. Craving even more? We've got you covered with game day deals on pizza, burgers, tacos, and more all season long. Uber Eats, official on-demand food delivery partner of the NFL. Order now. Terms, taxes, and fees apply. See app for details.
I'm Frank Frangie with the Nimnick Nugget. The biggest challenge yet for Doug Peterson and the Jaguars is now, how do you replace all the players that are departed? No more Christian Kirk. Who knows how long Gabe Davis will be out? You've got to find some answers offensively, and you've got to fix a defense that has struggled so much and might be down some players as well. There's a lot of challenges ahead. There's always challenges ahead for a head coach. You got to learn how to win when you're 2-6, but they've never had to replace this many players as they do now. I'm Frank Frangie for the Nimnick family of dealerships. There are trucks, and then there's the truck, the GMC Sierra, with available features like the V8 engine, the ultimate luxury interior, and of course the available world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. Frank Frangie here. Nimnick Buick GMC has the largest inventory of GMC Sierras in Northeast Florida and Southeast Georgia. You won't find deals like Nimnick's anywhere else in Jacksonville, so shop 24/7 at NimnickBuickGMC.com or their showroom off Phillips Highway. Who's got more new Sierras at the best prices? Nobody but Nimnick. GMC, we are professional grade.
Bueller Air and Plumbing presents Are You Cool?
Today's contestant, a gravy taster from Jacksonville, Florida, me, Dennis Mosley.
Hi, Ken.
Okay, Dennis. 100 plumbers surveyed, top answer on the board. What does it mean if someone says your home has hard water?
It's made of ice? Let's see. Hard water. Oh, is it club soda mixed 4-to-1 with vodka?
Last chance, Dennis. What is hard water?
Oh, is it that lime scale stuff that makes my taps all crusty?
That's right, Dennis. And a water treatment system from Bueller Air and Plumbing will eliminate troublesome lime scale deposits that can ruin your expensive appliances and let your neighbors know for sure that you are cool.
I wonder if I can get me a gin and tonic faucet. Stay cooler with Bueller. Visit BuellerAir.com.
This date in sports history is brought to you by Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
On October 29, 2018, Golden State shooting guard Klay Thompson breaks NBA record for most three-pointers in a game with 14 in the Warriors game against the Bulls.
Hicken here for Bout 9 Associates, where you'll find Jacksonville's most esteemed eye doctors at each of their locations. After being selected for one of the most competitive ophthalmology fellowships in the world, Dr. Frank Bowden is frequently called upon for his expert opinion. He is currently one of the few cornea and external disease specialists in the area and the founder of Bout 9. Visit Bout 9 Associates today and experience the difference. Bout 9 Associates, keeping the First Coast focused.
RJ Saunders here, sports lovers. I recently took a tip from Frank Frangie when I needed to send flowers to my mother. Frank told me that Kuhn Flowers is the only florist he ever uses. So that's what I do now. I use Kuhn Flowers. Find them online at kuhnflowers.com.
Hey, David, tell us a little bit about Royal Pest Services.
Well, Chris, I was raised in a middle-class family, and bugs have legs. And these bugs...
Whoa. David, just tell us about Royal Pest Services.
Just go to royalpestservices.com.
Hi, this is Dave Barker. Want to grow your hair back?
IHRS, right here in Jacksonville, is the only hair transplant clinic in the country that offers multi-unit hair grafting, FUE neograft hair transplants, and the 45-minute effective PRP treatments.
Multi-unit hair grafting gave me more hair in one procedure and within my budget.
Thank you, IHRS.
IHRS showed me what was causing my hair loss and helped stop it.
Schedule a free evaluation and find out how to grow your hair back and keep the hair you have. Call 904-777-IHRS. Take the first step to restoring your hair today. Visit hairforme.com.
Now my hair will grow for the rest of my life. Thanks, IHRS.
IHRS has been restoring hair for men and women for over 30 years.
Call now for a free in-person or virtual evaluation. 904-777-IHRS. That's 904-777-4477. Or visit hair4me.com.
Looking for a new or used firearm? Beach's Jewelry and Pawn in Jacksonville Beach will get you locked and loaded. New firearms coming in weekly and always looking for used guns. No lines and no waiting. Online at beachesjewelryandpawn.com.
This is Dr. Kevin Kaplan, head team physician for your Jacksonville Jaguars. Here's the latest update on the Jags, brought to you by Baptist Health and JOI.
Jaguars rookie sensation Brian Thomas Jr. scored his 5th touchdown of the season on Sunday against the Packers.
To the left, slot right, dropping his Trevor. Looking, steps up, fires to the back of the end zone. Brian Thomas Jr. Did he double catch it? Yes, it and touchdown. He bobbled it but hung on. Brian Thomas Jr. has a score, and Jacksonville has taken the lead.
Frank Frangie with the call on Jaguars radio. Now, Thomas left Sunday's game with a chest injury. Jags head coach Doug Peterson with an update on Monday.
Just got a little contusion, on the left side of his chest. It's going to be sore. It's kind of a day-to-day thing.
I'm Andrew Gibson with your Jacksonville Orthopedic Institute Jaguars update.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Now, the cool down with Donovan Air Electric and Plumbing. Keeping Jack's cool since 1987.
Cooling down the day after the Jags fall to 2-6. The season is over.
Well,
before November 1st.
I'm cooling down on this. I mean, I made some pretty bold statements a few days ago.
Yes, you did.
Just about where a certain storyline was going to go. And
you did.
Now with 2 straight losses, the kind of year for the Hawks that will end with nets torn down, cut down, and trophies raised.
Lost to the Wizards.
They lost to the Wiz last night, Dan.
They lost to the Cadavers.
They're over. So we are comfortably sitting in the 6th seed with important tiebreaker wins so far over the Charlotte Hornets and the Brooklyn Nets. So we're excited about that. But yeah, now 2-2.
Oh boy. Crashing.
That was a home game last night against the Wiz, by the way. You hate to do that.
Well, that was isn't that a matchup of the 1 and 2 picks?
Yeah.
How did they do? Just out of curiosity, I don't know either of them.
I was going to watch the game later because this morning I got up and watched the baseball. Let's see. Gosh, that game was at home. I thought it was on the. We're terrible, man. Let's see. Sarr had 7 points.
That's your guy?
No, that's theirs.
Okay.
Alexander Sarr. He had 7 points and 9 rebounds.
He's a 2-pick?
Yeah, and 2 blocks.
Okay.
And then Risache had 4 points.
Oh, boy.
3 rebounds.
Oh, dear.
I will say this, plus minus, Risache is plus 14 and Sarr is minus 11.
Yeah, well.
Wow, they play the same amount of time. I don't know. They both played 27 minutes. They both started at the same position against each other.
I guess what we're finding out here is that Risache ain't the.
No, I knew that.
What country is he from?
Ain't
the France version of LeBron James.
Yeah,
okay?
no,
he ain't even Wemby.
He ain't even Wemby.
Yeah, but here's Wemby. Now I wouldn't go ain't even Wemby. Wemby may be 2 behind LeBron in the last 20 years. But we knew this though.
Yeah,
it's not like a high. Oh, we got it.
You always have that hope.
No, I didn't. No, this is not a difference makers in basketball. We hear about the difference maker in 2028. We know him already.
Is a kid. You know who he
is?
This
year's Cooper Flagg next year. Going to Duke. Everybody knows Cooper Flagg.
You know who? What's your guy's name?
Risache.
You know who Risache is?
Who that?
Frankie Talinka.
He'll be a little better than him, I think. He's had look. In fairness to Risache.
Yeah, Risache.
In 4 games, he had a 13-7 game. One of them. He's not been. I mean, rookies in the NBA typically don't.
What ice tray go for last night?
Let's see. Stand by.
You see, John.
Ice Tray had his first terrible shooting night. I can't tell you that. I know at one point he's like 2 for 15. That's what he does, though. That's where he finished. Ice Tray had 14 points and 13 assists. And 8 rebounds.
Kind of the NBA version of Anthony Richardson, 2 for 15.
But no, that's
way much better than Anthony Richardson.
That's not a bad stat line, but he shoots the ball so much.
Yeah, well, that was a terrible. He had not been terrible shooting until last night, in fairness. Let's see. Right now, Ice Tray, 26.5 points, 10.8 assists, 5.5 rebounds.
You see, Bron had a triple-double the other night.
Bron's balling
right now. But it's like 12 points or something.
Did they win last night, E?
Yeah, they won.
They haven't lost a game yet.
Yeah. Well, it's the addition of Bronny.
J.J. Redick. I think Bronny's gone.
I didn't take long. He's going.
Yeah.
Did they send him to the G League?
No, he's going to be what they call a two-way player and settle down. That's just in basketball
he'll
parlance.
Get to play both.
Yeah.
You feeling me on some New York City headlines? Before you do, let me tell you, it's brought to you by our friend Dr. Rick Townsend over there at mypvconcierge.com. There are all the questions that you are wondering about. And by the way, man, I'm telling you, for you young guys, it's very affordable, and it's a great way to have a relationship with a doctor, and he's always there for you, and he's going to take care of your health, which is the most important thing. So just check it out at mypvconcierge.com. Diddy issues.
Oh, man.
Sick list of Diddy's alleged requirements for girls at his freak-off sex parties revealed, including the important question they were never asked.
Well, how old are you? And this isn't even funny or entertaining. This is disgusting evil that exists in the world. And it's so far-fetched you can't believe it's true. That's how bad it is. And there are a host. It's the same with the Epsteins. There are big power players in the world that should be dragged through the streets today. We won't touch them.
Hopefully we do. Tom Brady gets cryptic on Instagram after Gisele Bündchen's pregnancy reports.
That's what he probably said. Oh, well, this is about 18 months later than I expected the news to come. But
Facing reality, Yankees crumbling in World Series, raising uncomfortable questions.
Yeah, they've been a Brock's bummer so far.
Yankee fans leave offerings at Babe Ruth's grave. Hope for World Series spark.
Sure.
Wake the spirits.
Yeah, and I just spit in the wind and hoped it would snow tomorrow. That's the silliest thing I've ever heard.
Oh, okay. Church pastor, father of 5, killed in act of violence after relocating family to Africa for long-term missionary work.
It's dangerous, man. There's missionaries lose their lives all over the world, don't they?
Off the rails, heart-stopping video captures New York City subway surfing. Tragic trend claims another team victim. They do it every day.
I do not consider it a tragedy if an idiot gets on top of a subway and dies.
Yeah, those jets are crazy.
That ain't a tragedy. A tragedy. I'm going Tyson. That's not a tragedy. That's
Jeopardy slam for sexist clue. Host Ken Jennings apologizes to female contestant.
Well, I mean, everything is contrived as something that's ist or ath, so I'd have to know what this sexist question was.
Winning attitude, retiree who finished dead last in 2023 New York City Marathon back for more. I'm just warming up.
Well, I mean, nowhere to go but up.
No, I gotta dance these. Vampire Diary star says acting career in rearview mirror after ditching Hollywood for farm life.
I hate society.
Paralyzed people may soon be able to walk thanks to New York City innovation, and that's only the beginning.
Well, I'm all for, paralyzed people getting movement back. My brother's right arm is paralyzed from an accident when he was a kid.
Twinning, Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos recreate Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce at the U.S. Open for Halloween.
Those two may be the most annoying people in the world. They're definitely up there for most annoying couple. Consuelo and Kelly Ripa. They are beyond annoying.
Okay. $7 billion city within a city to be constructed in Phoenix.
Phoenix, okay. City within a city. Okay.
Yeah, city within a city.
I think we call that jail, but...
Sifting through memories, I bought my grandma's hoarder home for $20,000. I was stunned by what I found inside.
Well, she's a hoarder. Nothing should stun you. Gosh, I wonder how about the oldest hoard is. Probably find something in there from the 40s.
I disappeared into the woods for 30 days. What I experienced before rescue took years off my life.
Ayahuasca? If you escape into the woods for 30 days, you're a loon. I don't expect your life to go well. How about that?
New York City headlines.
You ready for this incredibly insulting, thank God,
oh boy,
people have just come against this sexist weaponry that Jeopardy is using.
Oh, you dug deep and found the clue.
I got the clue.
Okay.
The $200 clue, complete the following rhyming phrase.
Okay.
Men seldom make passes at...
Okay.
Do you know the answer? Can you fill it in? Glasses. Girls that wear glasses.
Very good.
Right. Only as old as time. It's an old glasses commercial. That's sexist, though.
Wow.
So if a man makes a pass at a woman, it's sexist? Is that where we're at?
I don't know.
I like old glasses.
Let's see that. Oh, boy. You show him where sexism lives right there. Ooh, she looks hot in those glasses. That's what he says.
I love me a librarian.
But, I mean, come on, man. The phrase, by the way, it was coined by poet Dorothy Parker in the 20s and 30s.
Sweet Dorothy.
Yeah, 100 years ago. Dorothy, I'm assuming, was a woman.
Yeah.
Who did not have this... maybe same views of sexism as perhaps today's armed and dangerous do.
A 2-minute drill brought to you by Injury Care Centers, the exclusive provider of BioTarget regenerative therapy for pain. Visit GoBioTarget.com for a location near you.
Dibs.
Back on the farm.
What's going on a Super Tuesday?
Well, we got Check the Tape Tuesday.
Oh, no.
Okay. It won't be good.
Oh, boy. You know what? You know what's sad?
There's some bad.
You know what's sad? There was some good.
There was.
There was a good amount of good.
You know what I feel like? I feel like that there are only two, or put it this way, the vast majority of people are in two camps. Either you can't criticize Trevor Lawrence, or it's all Trevor Lawrence.
Right.
Yeah.
It's
like,
like,
why does that
not
happen?
The case.
I know.
It's like he had some great numbers and some great throws.
Yeah.
After the first 4 series of the game.
Yeah.
I mean,
right.
Go
It's not
bring it
hard.
out
And by the way,
and throw a pick on the other one.
and that's also common of just about all of the
But
good
why-
quarterbacks.
why-
None of them, very few of them are perfect.
Why has it become so that way? Because I felt it I felt it really shift after this particular game. And like yesterday on social media, man, boy, you say anything about Trevor, they were coming after you, and it was interesting. But why? I'm just curious. Like, why do you think that's happening?
I don't know.
It's
Maybe
very odd.
because if you're in the midst of a season where you're really disappointed, and you had expectations, and you
The
feel
guy
like
just got
Trevor's
paid
the
$1
only
trillion.
thing. Like, I'm not gonna be down on the one guy we know we're pot committed to now for the next 5 years or whatever the case may be, and you just don't want to even consider that. He's
I can
part of the
tell you
problem.
why, because I fall more in the support category. I'm not crazy like y'all are talking about the extremes. But I think what's annoying is of all the problems on this team and all the things that are wrong, to put all the attention on the guy who's not the worst problem is annoying. And it just distracts you from that's not to say that if this play isn't made or that play.
I might counter that, though, from the other side by saying, well, yeah, but because we expected so much. And
You're the quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
for sure. The quarterback.
Yeah.
You're going to get a disproportionate amount of blame.
It's an amazing thing, though.
Yeah.
Well, you can't excuse the fumble.
Right.
100%.
He's just hanging it out
That's
there
right.
his left arm.
But you
like
also
that.
can't deny a guy putting you in a hole and getting you out of it.
Yes.
That matters.
Right.
Because a lot of guys don't do that.
and
That
we
fumble with a
absolutely
minute to
talk
go,
about it.
there's no argument.
Right.
He blew the game.
I
But when
get
you
it.
blow the game and you take it on yourself to get him back in the game, and then other reasons become the reason you lost.
Right,
Oh,
but
crap
if
route.
you say, well,
Yeah.
he overcame this deficit, well, he contributed to
Sure
the
he did.
deficit at the
Yes.
same
Absolutely.
time.
Yes.
So it's like, just be fair about it. It's
Yeah.
not-
There you go.
And by
Thank
the
you.
way, I don't know which blocker was beat on the guy who punched it out, but I'd say
that was Mitch Moore.
right. So either way, that's the point.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
Right,
Enough.
but still, I mean, he just reached around and tapped
100%.
it out with a
Yeah.
finger.
And
right?
no one's denying
Yeah.
it. I guess the thing is and this probably isn't the case. So there's probably some assuming that goes on. We're bogging down in the wrong reasons, I guess. And so it annoys me.
All right. Well, have a great show.
Thank you.
That's coming up. Loggy Hin as well. It's a Check the Tape Tuesday. On Jaguars Today, which is off to the races here momentarily. Our work is done, Jeff.
Yes, it is. It's been a Catlin Truck Accessories Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow.
Got him! Got him!
The drill from the studios at Republic Services. We'll handle it from here.
It's all about picking winners.
Yes, it is.
With the best picks and win a pizza party from Salvatore's Pizza at Tapestry Park.
Who wants pepperoni?
The 10-10 Weekly Pick'em Contest is brought to you by MyBookie. You pick 'em at 1010XL.com. Now you can watch 1010XL shows all day on X, Facebook, and